Rich is in there.
Hello, everybody. It's Pearlo Wisdom here. And look at that. It's Dre from Exotic Wagers. He's here immediately. We're getting our shit together almost here. This is amazing. Both of us here at the same time, at the same place. And I hope you had a great Christmas, of course. And you're listening to Rico and Pearlo's House of Exotic. What happened there? Okay, we're back.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just froze. Looked like you froze for a second.
It's working?
You're good.
Yeah, now I'm back again, so it's okay. Maybe turn off some of the things in the background there. All right, Rich, how you doing, buddy? Rich is in the house already. We have people flopping in. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 9:30 from now on. We're going like till a little late. I'm trying to get it earlier and earlier, but this is probably as early as we want to go because before this, like if we go any earlier, we're not going to have lines and stuff like that. So we'll try here at 9:30. Again, I hope you had a great Hymes Christmas. Hymes Body Lube, it's the best there. I said it. I know one thing, Hernandez and Melissa are having like serious nap time right now. It was busier than hell. I hope everybody got their pearls of wisdom necklaces, and your better halves got themselves a nice pearl necklace over Christmas. It was just a wonderful time for me. We had tons of parties going on and everything. How was your Christmas, Dre?
It was great, man. I just had some family over. I really didn't do much. Hey, Rich. Hey, Crystal. Glad you guys are in here. I'm sure there'll be some more regulars popping in. But yeah, it was a quiet Christmas, which is always a good Christmas. I always feel like a Grinch, like I hate people, but I like to seclude myself because just people are dumb sometimes. But yeah, it was good to be around family and kind of just hang out and relax, and eat and get fat and so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Get back to I've already started the I'm all egg fasting and all that kind of stuff like that. I probably gained a good freaking 10 pounds the last week. Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I felt it like yesterday morning when I woke up. I felt like I hobbled to the bed, like I hobbled out of bed and went to the kitchen. I'm like, God, I can feel the pounds. But I had a great time. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, it was also good to have just like a couple days off. Like every day I kept thinking, oh, I got to go look at plays or got to go do this or that. And then it was like phantom plays or something. Like I felt like I had to do something, but there was really nothing to do.
Yeah,
I've been betting some college football and stuff. So
yeah, good thing for me is I don't do any other sports. So Brian, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for coming in. I don't do any other sports on purpose. So I didn't even open up my computer for one whole day there. It was just didn't touch anything, just enjoyed life. And not that I don't, it's funny how something that I really enjoy, like doing this, needs a break every once in a while too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to share this out and we'll get going on that card. We don't need to talk about anything that we had. I guess we could go over that last day that we had. The final day, I did well on that day. How did you do on Tuesday? I think it was.
Let me see what I had. Oh, so that was that play I texted you that I was sweating out. I had a 2-unit bet. I had a 2-unit bet on Carter Hart saves, and I needed 14 shots in the third period, and I got exactly 14 shots in the third period.
Yeah, and so did I, because I saw that and I liked it, and I took it too. And I actually went to sleep before that. I woke up to a cash. That's always nice.
Yeah, that's good.
That's all you did, because I didn't even think about that play, and then you sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, I like that. And then I go, it's 5-0 Vegas in the first. That's over. We're not getting that. Wake up in the morning, cash.
Yeah, it was close. I also had Pavel Zacha over 1.5 shots. That didn't cash. He had one early, and it just didn't end up panning out. I also had a parlay that lost by one leg. I'm trying to remember who it was. Oh, it was Evan Rodriguez. He didn't even get a single shot, but every other leg cashed. I had Mir, Gritziak, Cider, and Blake Coleman. So that would have been another 7 units. I did cash though in the early game or the earlier game. It was a Raquel and Tavares shots and then OEL points. So that was a pretty good cash for 2 units. But I think overall I had a good day. I took the over in that Oilers and Calgary game, man, and that didn't end up panning out. I think the total was 5 and the total was 6. And then I did that money line parlay I was telling you about with the Wild and the Avalanche.
Yeah.
The Wild ended up blowing that shit.
Yeah.
So, but I think I had a green day. Just it wasn't
Yeah.
like, if anything, I was less than a unit in profit. I think somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, I'll quickly go over it here. I had the over in the Penguins Leafs game. I was leaning Penguins and you were leaning Leafs, so I just left it alone. I've learned now since doing this with you, it's best just to go, especially when it comes to the Leafs. I think you're way better than I am when it comes to the Leafs, so I just left it alone, but I had the over. Remember, I'd said I like the Red Wings in that spot. I did take the Red Wings in that spot and the over.
Nice.
We both like that. I took the Red Wings for less. Wish I would have took them for more. Sometimes I just got to really believe in myself. I had the Capitals, and oh my gosh, man, they just imploded in the third period. That was brutal. Uh, I don't know what's going on there with Thompson. It's maybe he was tiring out coming down the stretch. Maybe he was getting a little bit anxious for making the Olympic team or something like that. I didn't get to watch it, but I'm a little concerned. Like, that's 3 games in a row going into the break that they look like ass, or at least in the third period, anyways. The Canadians I had, I think I just had the Canadians in that game. I was leaning the over, but I didn't take it. But I like the Canadians in that spot. So that one turned out. The one that I hated was Allmark over saves. Oh my gosh, man. First shot of the overtime, they score. I needed one shot in overtime for
I hate
Allmark.
when that happens.
Unbelievable. And remember, I messaged you and said, I think at plus 140, you got to take the Sabres.
Yeah.
And I did.
Did you take them? Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. I stayed off of it. I didn't take them.
Yeah, I did. I ended up taking it over lots of thought because you know what we didn't talk about in that episode was that it was the Norris return. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I was, and I thought, you know what, they'll probably end up winning this game. So I took a little bit on them. Didn't have anything on the Islanders Devils game, although a good friend of mine who is a capper, he was heavy on the Islanders, and I almost went with it because he brought up a stat that says when the Devils do not score 2 goals the game before the next game, their record's like 5-20-4 or something like that.
Wow.
And yeah, so, and again, they didn't score 2. So, I mean, how long is this going to go? Eventually, they got to score more than 2. I was on the Panthers and I thought I lost it, but Hurricanes imploded and I think that that the defense without Slavin and no Jarvis, I mean, I think that team's just really struggling right now. So we'll probably talk about that in the games to come. But I did take the Panthers in that one. I was with you with the Wild too. I was really surprised that they came. They didn't play flat, but we got we've been both on. Well, at least I have been on the Predators quite a bit, and then I faded them here. Should have known because what's his name? The Wild fan.
Terry.
Terry Edelman was saying he was off of it because the Predators always play the Wild tough and all that kind of stuff like that. But I'd already bet it, so it didn't matter. The Blackhawks, I stayed away from that game because it was a Blackhawks spot, but they're terrible without Bedard, so I didn't really want to do anything with that. I have props through all of this too, but I'm just going on the sides and totals here. Avalanche Mammoth, that went the way I kind of thought it would. I thought they would take it easy. So I didn't really do much on that game. I couldn't take abs in regulation at home, which is like because you didn't get the price for it. So I didn't really do much with that game. I did have Hayton over shots, and I think he did get it because he's been going over his shots all the time. But that was basically it on that. You didn't have anything on that game, right?
Which one was that?
Avalanche and Mammoth.
No, I did have like 2 legs of a parlay in that, but I didn't take. I had the money line tied in the in that parlay, but that was it.
Oh yes,
No
right.
props.
And I had the over in the Oilers Flames game. I had the Oilers team total over, so I got that. But I didn't get it was a push. I got a 6 for the over. And then only the Sharks and Knights, I had Sharks team total over, but you saved me with that goalie prop. So I got that one. Oh, yeah, there was another goalie prop I had. It was in Washington. Shesterkin over. I got
Nice.
that. And the Kings, I did put pizza money on the Kraken. And I sat there and ate free pizza while I watched the Kraken beat the Kings. I said that in Twitter. I just put a little bit on for fun because that's how much I have no faith in the Kings now. They're terrible.
Yeah.
Hiller is a horrible coach. Yay, got 2 over 2 units. Capitals, yeah, they seem to. I think if I remember correctly, the Capitals always struggle in situations like that. I just thought that okay, 2 games is one thing back to back in Detroit, but they get their shit together for the last game. Yeah, Sens players with Papa. Oh yeah, I had Norris over shots. Didn't get that. That was the other one I had. I had McDavid over 1.5 points. I got that. That was a couple of the other things. Toronto would love to have been a monster cash. Oh, power play points. Oh, wow. Too bad you didn't get that, Rich. Okay. Yeah. World Juniors. Somebody tell me how Rich sent me this thing somebody tell me how I can watch the World Juniors without having to pay the $70 for that NHL thing. But I was taking a break anyway, so I'm going to try to figure out a way to watch the World Juniors now. But I was taking a break from all hockey right now at first, so we'll see if I get to watch some World Juniors because I love that. It's one thing I do miss about being in Canada now.
I'm trying to remember. Somebody sent me a streaming site, but I don't know if I remember now. I'm gonna have to look. Probably another time.
2 games left. I don't know. I mean, if they haven't fired Hiller yet, Rich, I'll put this up here so people know what I'm talking about. Kings have 2 games left in 2000. Does Hiller make it to 2026? He shouldn't, but I mean, he shouldn't be there now. He's that bad. So, anyways, we should probably get into that card now. I'll let you get out your. You know what we should do is I got to figure out how to timestamp, but I'm going to try to remember to write down when we start each game here, because I'm getting requests for people to put down in the chat when each game starts, so they don't have to flip through everything. So I'm going to try to do that at the very least. But we have some early games tomorrow, and these are going to be interesting games because it's what do you do after the break. I'm going to keep things a little lighter in these games, unless I really got a feel for how a team is going to be coming off the break. But for the most part, when I'm looking at after breaks, I like to look at teams that are more or less more desperate than other teams, as much depending on like which teams you're talking about, how good they are and stuff like that. But that's generally what I look. Do you have a theory on that coming off the break? Right?
No. I just kind of look at like the road ahead, and I mean, other than them just getting rest, I feel like some teams start off hotter than more because they're, points back, or they feel
Yeah.
like they're in a situation where they can't win. And then you have other teams that kind of like Colorado that know that they're out in the front and they can give up some games. Not that they want to give up any games, but maybe take some games a little bit lightly and not kill themselves and overtire themselves.
Yeah,
So, and they'll pick and choose their battles. So it's like
for sure.
it just really depends on the team and the kind of state that they're in too, and the injuries that they're going through. It's a mixture of things. So I would say there's not one specific thing I look for. It's more so geared towards the team and where they're sitting and where they need to be headed to, and if they even have a chance. Because sometimes you can tell it's a team that's they're done and they got too many injuries, and they'll play, but their outlook isn't very great. So
Yeah,
it's just
it
really
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what just they're not good enough, and that's it. That's
yeah,
basically it. All right. With
yeah.
that in mind, we'll get into the lay of the land, starting with, I believe the first game is the Rangers and Islanders, correct?
That is correct.
All right. Let's go looking at that while you're, yeah, let's go look at that. Give us the lay of the land. I have a theory on this game. I have one thing I did today before we go into this is I started looking into player analytics for each team, certain teams that I wanted to see how they're doing with their new coach and all that kind of stuff like that. So as we go through here, and this will be one of the games that I really looked at. So go ahead. What's the lay of the land for this?
So the Rangers come in on the road at the dog at plus 100 even money. Islanders at home are favored minus 120. Over under is set at 5.5, pretty much even on both sides. Minus 115 on the under, slightly favored to the under. Um, New York, the record on the season is 19-16-4, away 14-6-1. Islanders are 20-13-4 and 11-7-2 at home. Head to head, the Rangers own this matchup, going 7-3 in the last 10. They did play earlier this season where the Isles won 5-0 back on November 8th in New York, in Madison Square Garden. Rangers come in after this break. Hold on just a second. I gotta switch my mouse. Rangers are 4-4-2 in their last 10. They did beat Washington on the 23rd on the road 7-3. They are trending to the under 3-7 in the last 10. Isles are 6-3-0-1 in the last 10, 3-7 trending to the under. Most recently beating New Jersey 2-1 on the 23rd. So there's no real, I would say, 3 games, 4 game road trip, none of that. They're all coming off the break. So they've
Mm-hmm.
all had kind of the same sitting. As far as goalies, it looks like we're both going to get, Shesterkin and Sorokin is day to day, but he is back in the lineup.
Yeah.
Horvat is also listed day to day, but his estimated date of return is tomorrow. So more than likely, both of those two people will be in the lineup. And then as far as the Rangers side, no real new or current injuries they're all long term. So
Yeah, this is a tough one for me. Um, you got a division rivalry. Uh, yeah. Okay, I'll say this. I was looking at the Rangers player analytics from the beginning of the season till now, and there's a marked improvement in many players coming throughout as the season has gone on, especially defensively. And what I think has happened here, and the reason why the Rangers have struggled is they've been just adapting to Sullivan's system that he's put in place for them. That's why, I mean, they've been having trouble scoring because I think the focus has just been on defense. And now you have a game in Washington where I don't know if I didn't get to watch that game. I don't know if they opened up or what happened, but they started potting a couple. And they've just looked more confident. Like guys like Robertson on defense, he's been excellent. Schneider has been playing a lot better. And overall, just the team analytics have just gotten better as the season has gone on. Uh, with the Islanders, they had that kind of just battle with New Jersey where they were sort of outshot. They've been sort of winning games kind of lucky. I think I like the Rangers form here. If I were to take anybody, I think I would take the Rangers, especially first period. I they're a good road first period team, 9-5-7 on the road, where the Islanders at home are 6-9-5 first period so far this year. Um, I think I like the Rangers first period, and then you have Sorokin who's been out a little bit. He might be a bit rusty. Shesterkin has been playing really well. I'm leaning the Rangers in this game for first period, and as far as the total is concerned, it's really hard to. I would lean the under just because of those great goaltenders and stuff, but I just like the cut of Rangers jib right now. I think they're gonna. I think I'm gonna be on the Rangers more going forward, um, in certain spots, and this is one of them. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, I really don't have a solid lean on a side. The Rangers have been playing better on the road. The Isles have been going through some injuries, so I could see the Rangers winning this. But like I said, my lean isn't too heavy, so I'm probably not going to take a side. As far as the total, like I want to lean the under.
Yeah,
But these two teams, we did have a 5-0 shutout at the beginning of the season, so I would assume that the Rangers haven't been scoring, or at least haven't been scoring at home. They do score more on the road. Given that they're the dog, the total might be 2.5. And with
yeah,
Sorokin just coming back off of that injury,
yeah,
I might play that. Like I guess I don't. I hate to say that I trust more for them to get three because they haven't got three in a lot of these situations. But I think on the road with Sorokin, um, I could see them getting it, maybe getting three. If I was going to take something in this game, it probably would be that.
yeah. I kind of like that too for that reason. That's why I like the Rangers first period probably best as well. Sorokin could be a little bit rusty, and they could be coming in with some pretty good mojo. I mean, they have won three of the last four. They scored five against Philadelphia, and then only one against the Nashville, in a really not a good spot. It was one of those go out play one. Well, not really. They played Washington after that, but Nashville's been playing everybody tough. So I kind of like that team total over as well. Um, I wonder if I would also look at, depending on the number, one thing the Islanders have been doing is shooting. Maybe Shesterkin over saves might not be a bad look too. I think they'll be kind of looking from shooting from everywhere. And with the no Horvat, I mean, it's a tough spot. I think it's going to be a tight game. I could even see a draw. I could see a draw in this game. Team
Yeah.
total over two and a
Um,
half.
I mean, when you look at the last 10 head to head, too, like the Rangers have scored three or more, 8 of the last 10. So I know that the team total over 2.5 is a little juicy at -140. So if you wanted to take the flat three, that might be an option too. I mean, they've
Yeah,
covered
or
the flat
split it.
three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of the last 10. So, but then they've pushed on a couple too. So two more. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's probably what I would take, if anything.
Yeah, I'd probably split the two and a half and the three too. That's a good idea. Put a little more on the two and a half and put some on the three. Rich coming up with some great stuff there. Panarin had 47 shots in the last 11, or in
11
11.
December games.
Yeah. That's a good one. I'll probably throw a little bit on that as well. So yeah, but a couple of players like Lafreniere, his defensive game has improved immensely this year under Sullivan. I couldn't believe the analytics I was seeing on that. Cooley, Panarin was always really good, like all of them. So it's just been a work in progress, and I have a feeling that they kind of got their mojo going that way. And the Islanders just being injured and stuff. I'm gonna take a little bit on the Rangers here, especially first period. All right. Next, we have Detroit, Carolina. Right?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Next.
Okay.
Detroit, Carolina. Let me pull up that game. All right, we got Detroit coming in as the road dog at plus 154. Carolina minus the favorite at home minus 185. Total is set over and under at 6.5. Juice to the under at minus 135. Detroit 22-13-3 on the season, 10-6-2 on the road. Carolina 22-11-3 on the season, 11-6-1 at home. Head to head, Carolina's owned this matchup, winning 7 of the last 10. They have not played this season at all. Detroit coming in, they are 8-2 in their last 10. Most recently winning the last 3 and the last 2 against Washington and Dallas, both in overtime. Carolina, on the other hand, they are 6-3-0-1 in their last 10. They are on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Florida, Tampa Bay, and Florida.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to take Carolina at that price, eh?
Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, and then who's going to be in net? Is it going to, maybe it's going to be Bussy, and that's why the number's like that? Bussy and Gibson.
Probably.
Are the two.
Yeah, Gibson has played pretty well.
Kane is also estimated to return tomorrow.
Oh, really? And I see Alexander Nikishin maybe not in.
Correct. He's shown in the lineup, but they show him day to day. And his date of estimated return is also tomorrow. But
maybe
it doesn't say it's going to be a game time decision, but I'm sure they'll let us know in the morning.
Was he out before this?
Let's see.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm just gonna close my eyes and take Detroit here. I've been saying all along that I think Detroit is going to do what Montreal did last year and surprise teams. That's why I had them against Washington, had them against Dallas. And I think that with Carolina not having Slavin and the form that they're in right now, I mean, Brindamore looks really just like distraught at the game. Team total over 3 for the Kings. I could see that, but I'm not really seeing anything that makes me want to jump at Carolina anything right now. Who did they just? What did they score their last game and lose?
They scored. They scored 2 against Florida. They scored 4 against Tampa Bay. And they scored 3 against Florida. And so they've scored 9 goals in their last 3 games. So I think it's just been their defense.
With that in mind, right? I think the over might be the right play here. If you think Carolina's going to score, I think Detroit's going to get theirs too. It's just Bussy. I think actually the play is Carolina's going to be shooting like a son of a bitch. So, I mean, Gibson over saves. That's what they do when Brindamore has a implode. Like he almost imploded, from what I understand, at the end of the last game. He was really calling out the players. But usually in this situation, I think that Carolina is going to have a great bounce back. But at this point, I don't think it's an effort problem. I think it's some manpower problem without Slavin in and without Jarvis. This team is not the same without Jarvis. I can't take Carolina at minus 185 without Jarvis in the lineup because he means too much to that team. You're putting Ehlers up there. Ehlers is, like I've said before, is a very vanilla player. I thought they overpaid at 8 point some to take him, and you're starting to see why. I'm not so sure you're going to see. I just like I at plus 156. I got to take Detroit. I got to take Detroit here. They're going to be coming out balls out. They're playing. I think McClellan has them believing in themselves right now, and I think they're taking things seriously right now. If you ask me, I think Carolina is lost some confidence without Jarvis and Slavin in there, and the new lines are just trying to figure things out, and it's a very system-based team. And when you switch the lines up like that, you have players that are not used to playing with each other. Yeah. And also another one that I was looking at analytics with, I think there's a particular player that some particular players that Brindamore is frustrated with, and one of those is Andrei Svechnikov. He has been poor defensively for quite some time, and it's just getting worse and worse. I don't know if it's because of injuries, because he used to be solid, or what it is. I'm not sure, but you really, for his system, you can't have players like that. And like Svechnikov, Stahl, and Stankoven doesn't make me jump for joy. That line doesn't make me jump for joy for and Hall, Kokiniemi, and Robinson, same thing. So I'm leaning Detroit. What about it's?
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
Detroit's kind of
Detroit's
rolling. Like they beat Washington back to back. Well, Washington's also not playing that great either, and then they beat Dallas. So, and Dallas has been playing pretty decent. On the other hand, like Carolina, I mean, I know Florida and Tampa Bay are good teams, so it's not like a cakewalk when you play either one of those teams. But I mean, yeah, there's no way you can take Carolina minus 185. I mean, I get Bussy. I mean, I would even think, like, if you're going to think Carolina's going to win this game, then maybe it's Bussy's saves, because at some point Detroit's Detroit's been shooting, and they don't shoot a whole ton, a bunch of games, but they'll have these burst out games where they got like 40 shots on goal. And I could see that coming off of a break. They might get a slow start at the beginning, but
right.
At the end of the day, they're probably going to end up shooting. And with no Slavin and then no Jarvis, Jarvis is offense, but he's also a good part of their defensive end too. So
yes, absolutely. Yeah, good point. Detroit's also played 2 draws the last 2 games. Maybe something to look at too. Bussy keeps them in. Detroit outplays them, but still ends up in the draw. I could see that. I might put dog and draw in here. I guess one thing we have to look at, though, is Detroit does play Toronto right after this game. So they go back home after this and play Toronto. That is a little bit concerning.
Yeah, and it's an immediate back-to-back the next day.
On the same note, Carolina plays the Rangers right after. Is it not? Is
no,
it
they get a
as well?
No, they get a daybreak.
Daybreak, but still a bit of a look ahead there as well. I mean, that Rangers Carolina series has been, going back to how many playoff series and stuff like that. That's pretty huge. I could definitely see a draw here. The more I think about it, the more I could see the draw here.
Yeah, and Gibson's been playing good, and Bussy's been playing outstanding. So,
It's kind of
like,
hard
I
to
know
take the
you're.
over, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of hard to take the over, but
Yeah. The more we think about it, the more I think about it, maybe the over isn't the right play here because they could come out soft. Like it's probably going to take a while to get going. It's a weird game
it's
because I could see Carolina. Like Carolina's going to come out hard. I think they're both going to come out hard, and then maybe it starts to tighten up after that. Like if you're going to take an over, maybe the first period. But you're coming off a break, so
hey Grant. We started a little early. We're gonna starting at
we're going to
9:30,
start earlier. It's getting too late. Like we're
but
going
we're
too late. So
barely on the second game, so you didn't miss much.
you didn't miss much, yeah. But thanks for coming in,
Um,
buddy.
I like your little Pearlo special there. No goals in the first five, under 6.5. If you're leaning towards the under, because
Yeah,
the under is juiced at -135, and I really don't like to play that straight at that number. But maybe
yeah,
you can do the under first five or no goals first five, and like maybe take it up to a 7, or even like a 7.5 is probably way too
that's not a
juiced.
bad
But
idea. Let's do that. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write that in my journal. Let's do that.
and it's head to head trend, they're 1-8-1 to the under. So that's a
Yeah.
great trend to the under.
Yeah, my original thought was maybe an over, but the more I think about it, maybe not. Um, it's tough. Like, how are they going to, on one side of the ledger, you've got, uh, I don't think they want to beat each other up too much because they got big games coming up. So Carolina plays with pace, but this could be a play. It could be. I think it's more likely to be a game where Carolina tries to play their puck possession game and keep this tight. That's why I like the draw. I do like the draw, but I'm going to take a little bit on Detroit. I just at that price, the way they're playing, and with the theory I've had preseason and going into this with Detroit, I think it's a spot where they could have it. But I'm not going to put much because you got the Toronto game next. I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, and all three, I was just checking all three sites to make sure they're all showing the same goalies, and they are. Gibson and Bussy on all three. So,
Okay.
and
All
then
right.
as far as player props, um, let me see. They should have some listed already since we had the few days off.
It's hard for me with Carolina, but I do think they're going to maybe go a little heavier on their top lines now that they are short.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, to spear over shots, he's probably going to get a lot of work. Sean Walker goes over shots quite a bit too. Maybe you could see that. As far as Detroit is concerned,
Come on. Computer's being a little slow to load shit. All right, Detroit, Carolina. So
John
I
Leonard,
would.
John Leonard for
Mm-hmm.
Detroit. He's mhm.
Cider over 1.5 shots is not bad. It's -132. I know it's Carolina. Carolina is actually number 1, 2 to
What's the
not
price?
allowing shots to defensemen, but it's -132. So, and he's been pretty solid on the road, 72% on the season. So that might be a good look. But on the Carolina side, um, I mean, who's going to be shooting Snevechnikov, like you said? I would say if anybody, it's Snevechnikov. He's pretty solid for 2, but he's covered 75% of the time versus Detroit 3 of the last 4. Minus
Lake up on the
114.
top line should get a couple shots. But I mean, I don't know if he's been getting them as of late, but he should be. Up on that top
Yeah.
line, he should be getting a shot.
He's priced at a parlay minus 170. Stankoven was doing great for a while there too, but
they moved him to the wing now. So it's a
yeah.
little different. Stahl, maybe. Stahl would be a good look. He's on the second line. He'll probably shoot. That's probably not a bad.
And then as far as goals, I mean, I would think if anybody's going to score in Detroit, it's going to be DeBrincat or Larkin or Raymond.
The normal guys.
Yeah.
Since we're looking to an under here, I don't think I'm going to go too heavy on anything.
No, me either. If anything, it would be shots, and it would be more so on the Carolina side.
Yeah, and then I'm going to see what the number is on Gibson over saves and Bussy over saves, and maybe go look at one of those.
Yeah, I like those for sure.
All right, let's go to the next game. And while you're doing that, I have to get up for a second and I'll be right back. So you tell everybody the lay of the land for the Lightning and the Panthers.
Okay, I was going to say.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Alrighty, we got this is pretty much even money on both sides. Tampa Bay is the slight dog, minus 108 on the road. Florida's slight favorite, minus 112. I mean, it's pretty much even money. Over under is set at 5.5, minus 130. Tampa Bay on the road on the season, 20-13-3. On the road, 10-4-3. Florida on the season is 20-14-2. 12-7-2 at home. Head to head, Florida's won 6 of the last 10 versus Tampa Bay. They have played twice this season. Tampa Bay won the first one 3-1 back on November 15th. And then Panthers won 5-2 down in Tampa Bay on December the 15th, which was about 2 weeks ago. Tampa Bay in the last 10, they are 4-5-0-1, trending 5-5, not to the over, to the under, deadlock at 500. They are on a 2-game winning streak, most recently beating Carolina and St. Louis. Florida, on the other hand, they are 8-2 in the last 10, trending 7-3 to the over. They did win the last game there against Carolina on the road, 5-2. And then as far as look aheads, Florida after tomorrow get a couple days off before they go back home to face Washington. Tampa Bay, on the other hand, they actually have an immediate back-to-back where they travel back home to play Montreal on Sunday.
Okay, so this is one at Florida, which of course there's no real look ahead because this is the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Florida just won 5-2 in Tampa Bay.
In Carolina.
No, but I mean December 15th, they just played. These two teams just played.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They played twice and they went 1-1.
Right. I kind of like Tampa Bay here.
And it's probably going to be Bobby versus Vasilevsky. Vaz back. Yep.
You know what I like? I like the over.
It is favored to. I mean, it is juiced to the over at 5.5.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I think I like the over. Florida was hot. Now they got to kind of build that back up again. Where Tampa Tampa was coming in light. No, they won 2 in a row too, didn't they? They beat Carolina and St. Louis.
Just a second. Somebody just rang my doorbell. Let me go check real quick.
Okay. That's your Hymes package, probably coming in late. That was my surprise Hymes package too. I think Hernandez brought it in late. Lightning have the Habs the final next day. So it's 2 back-to-back on this. I think this is the one that's going to matter to them. The question is, how do you want to? Bobrovsky has been, I think, I like the over. Both of Vasilevsky and Bobrovsky, both. If I remember correctly, I don't have any statistics on this, but they generally are not sharp after days rest. So I think my favorite play is the over here. What would be the and not to mention we still got Tampa Bay having, although those defensemen that have been playing a lot of minutes that they're not used to would just get a little bit of rest here. I would lean Tampa Bay simply because of they just got beat 5-2 in their own barn. But it really depends on who's in. There's no Hagel. So there's no Hagel again. By the way, Moser's been playing unbelievable this year. Unbelievable. Darren Radish over points, 1.5 points. I mean, he's just freaking going nuts. You got to start talking about Norris for this dude, man. 27 points in 30 games. Playing with a defense that's been in shambles the last little while. Yeah, I think the over is the play here. I don't think this is going to be a light game. And I don't think they're going to come in and try to shut each other down here.
You said Samaskevich is out too. You saw that.
Samaskevich is out. Okay. For Florida.
Yeah, and like I heard you say Hagel. So I saw that. I heard
Hagel's out, yeah. Ass toast.
I mean, it shows that his estimated date of return could be tomorrow, so he may be playing tomorrow. Oh wait,
Samaskevich?
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
Samaskevich. He's not in the lineup, and it just shows out, but it doesn't say that he is officially out. Said he was officially out.
Yeah, I like a hot start. Rodriguez overshots for something when he's in everyday play.
Yeah, he didn't hit last time, so he should get back on the schneid. Let me see what we got here.
Tampa Bay having to play Montreal next. I don't think that really matters. I might take Montreal against them, but I don't really think that. I think this game matters to them more than Montreal.
Yeah, there isn't too many shot trends that I like here. I mean, Verhaeghe was doing great for a while there, but he's gone south, correct?
Yeah. He hasn't been shooting as much.
He has covered 3 straight versus Tampa Bay. So the two earlier this season, he had 3 in each. He had 7 attempts on one game and 3 attempts on the other. So that might be something to look at, especially like if you like the over and thinking that Tampa Bay is going to win, then theoretically Florida should shoot more or have to shoot more.
It's an interesting game to see how Florida's going to come out here. I just think the revenge spot, I like Tampa Bay, but when you look at the rosters, you kind of want to go with Florida right now. Tampa Bay's looking a little beat up, but they're going to be fresh. In the first period, 9-5-2 first period. Tampa Bay on the road. Florida is 7-7-2. And contextually, they're probably going to be coming out maybe a little more angry in this one. So I kind of lean to the first period, and maybe even a first period over. It's just in most cases after breaks, I would take an under, but I think these guys are going to try to get I think both of these teams are going to try to get their pace right away here. And I think Tampa Bay is going to set that pace right away. Florida's coming in fat off the Carolina wins. Bennett over shots. I don't mind that.
Were they in a bad spot in that loss versus St. Louis?
Yes, they were a terrible spot. Terrible spot. Look ahead game and coming in, just coming off a huge win.
Man, 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing Dallas. They lost to Colorado. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Florida is good at home too, but so is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's good on the road. I could see this being a close game. Like I want to look at, like, a lot of their history is all playoffs, but I don't want to look at playoff hockey is so much different than regular season hockey. Yeah, I mean, you would think if they're trading punches, Tampa Bay's going to win this, but it's going to come down to which goalie's going to play better, in my opinion.
And that's what I was talking about when you took off there. I thought maybe you got a late Hymes package there, but I hope you got everything I sent to you, my friend. The
take care package.
Yeah, take care package. Yeah, absolutely. That should do you for at least a week. So both goaltenders are not good off of breaks, if I remember correctly. I don't have any analytic stats to look this up. I better look it up. I should look it up, but I just got a feeling that Florida had their mojo going, and then now you get the break, and I just have a feeling that it's going to take them a while to get that back again. Where Tampa had a lot of losses, and then they won 2 going into the break. I wouldn't really call that mojo going. It was just they fought hard and won 2 games. And I just think they're going to be a little more thirsty here. That's the reason why I like Tampa, especially in the first period. And I do like the over. I do like the over. I think we'll see goals in this game. I think we could see penalties in this game. If Tampa Bay sets the pace, Florida will probably be chasing a bit. And Tampa Bay's got a really good power play right now, especially with Radish. Radish power play point might be a really good look here. Thanks for the updates on the Canada stuff. Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the goalie head-to-head history, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of playoff matches. Like Bobby is better in the last 10 head-to-head versus Vasilevsky versus the Florida. Like one's 7-3, the other one's 3-7. Vasilevsky's 3-7, but Florida's been a powerhouse in the last 2 years. So
yeah,
you got to kind of take those metrics the way. Because it's not a bad, just barely below 900 save percentage, 897. So
yeah, I just remember that like Vasilevsky has a tendency to be a shaky, especially early after a break. I know that for a fact. I know that in my head. We'll call that a fact. Remember that. I don't have any statistics to tell you that right now, but so I kind of like first period, maybe even both teams to score first period. I think it may start off a little slow because they're getting their legs going, but I think in the end of the day, this is going to be a back and forth battle.
Marchand's plus money for an assist. I kind of like that at plus 120. He's had an assist in 4 straight games, five assists in 4 games.
Kucherov over 1.5 points, probably not a bad look. Nick Paul for a point. They got Sorelli down there with Jerk Gergensons and Holmberg.
Yeah, I really don't have a heavy lean on either side. Kind of leaning Florida, but I really don't have a strong pull on it. I'm gonna wait to see. It's even money on both sides, right? Yeah, it's pretty much a pick 'em.
Yeah, I just like the over the best. I think this gets over the total one way or another, 4-2, something like that. Yeah. Tampa Bay first period. I like just simply because they have the revenge spot. I think they're going to be more driven to this one early. I don't know if I'm going to take them full game. It's just every time I look at there, you got like Carlisle, stuff like that. Florida could wake up and take this, maybe a little bit of a draw, something like that. But I think first period, I think Tampa Bay is going to be more in a position, more of in a feistier mood coming out of this break.
So the home team has only won 3 out of the last 10 games between these two teams. So that's something to look at too. But you would think Florida doesn't want to lose back-to-back games in their own barn against Tampa Bay too. But I could also see it the same way for Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay lost in their own barn against Florida most recently. That's why I just think that they're going to be the one more heavy into this win than Florida. Regardless of what it is, I'm not going to be putting a ton on either side.
Hold on, my phone's ringing. I can't hear you. Put my stuff on silent. Let's see, can I hear you now?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I'm going to put my thing on silent. Or not, do not disturb. All right. But yeah, as far as the total, I do like the over. It not being a playoff game, I could definitely see the total getting more out of hand. And, playoff games tend to be a little tighter, specifically when you get further into the series. But at 5.5, I mean, I think it's a great look. I think both offenses are going to score.
Mm-hmm. As Paul Body brought up, Vasi won 6-2 versus the Rangers first came back last year, and Bob was 5-3. Both of those were overs. If I'm Tampa right now, I don't know if I want to play a shutdown game with that defense. I think you're going to want to outscore the opposition, and I think they're going to set the pace. And I just have my lean is that they want it more than Florida in this one. But we'll see how it goes, because Florida's been playing really good.
I could see this getting to a flat 6. It's already juiced to the over at minus 130.
Yeah, I'm putting
I'm
it
sure
in
by morning it'll be
it.
plus money at flat 6.
I put it in already. That's my play on this. I like first period too. I'm going to do it both. I'm going to take first period too. first period over. And Tampa Bay first period money line, maybe to score first. I just think Tampa Bay is going to come out harder in this one. Oh, did I write down when this started? Nope. Yeah, say 50, Tampa, Florida, somewhere around there. All right, we'll go to the next one at the 1 hour mark. Boston versus Buffalo. It's the lay of the land.
Boston versus Buffalo. Let's see. All right, Boston is the road dog at plus 120. Buffalo at home, the favorite, minus 142. Boston on the season is 20-17-1, 8-9 on the road. Buffalo on the season is 18-14-4, 11-5-2 at home. In the last 10 head-to-head matchups, Boston has won 6 of the last 10. They have played twice this season, right at the beginning of the season, back on October 11th and October 30th, with Boston winning both of those games 3-1 and 4-3 in overtime. Boston 5-4-0-1 in the last 10, trending to the over 7-3. Buffalo or Boston most recent, they're on a 4-game losing streak coming into this game. Buffalo, on the other hand, 7-game winning streak, most recently beating Ottawa on the road 3-2 in overtime. As far as goalies, we are looking at Swayman and UPL for Buffalo.
Wow, UPL.
Let me look on the other sites just to make sure. Swayman and UPL. So the only one that's showing different is Goalie Post, and it's showing Lion for Buffalo. But the other two sites are showing UPL.
It's hard to tell.
So that's something to keep an eye on. I mean, I definitely like Lion a lot better than UPL, for sure. Yeah, I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, UPL had a good outing his last outing. Who was that against? It was Jersey, I think it was. But then Jersey makes all goaltenders look good right now.
Look at the injury list.
I think you just gotta keep on going with the Sabres here. I mean, the price is like minus 140 probably, right?
Yeah, 142. I mean, they have been good at home.
Sabres team total over. Swayman is not, I don't know, coming off the break, is he going to look a little better? I mean, he looked tired going into the break. And that's the other thing with this break is how much of a break is it? You got family stuff, like, yeah, okay, you're chill and relaxed, but do you really have time to wind down? Really? For the most part, like most of these people, they got families and they got shit going on and they're going to parties and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's all that much of a break. So for me, if teams look tired going into the break, I don't know if they're going to look much different coming out of it, to tell you the honest truth.
Yeah. And a lot of their families don't even live in the cities that they're playing in. So
Exactly.
like they may have their wife there, but family time, Christmas time, it's like extended families,
Yeah.
grandparents, grandkids, that kind of stuff. So it's like some of them are traveling as well.
Yeah. I just think the only thing that has me hesitant of taking Buffalo here is they were going in so hot. They had that energy, and now you got to recreate it again. That's the thing. They're like Boston wasn't going in hot. Now they're coming in kind of they weren't they went in soft, and now they got to bring it here. So I think Boston's going to set the pace. I think this is another over, especially if Luukkonen's in that over 6, because
Yeah,
I don't see Boston shutting anybody down right now. If they are going to win this game, you want to take the team total over for Boston, because I don't think this you're going to see. I think though series wise, this is these they play a lot of unders, don't they? If I remember correctly.
yeah, they've given up 20 goals in the last 4 games.
Yeah. I think that defense has just been getting tired, and I'm not sure it's going to be any less tired after Christmas.
And Buffalo's been scoring. They've had 3 or more goals in 8 straight games.
Yeah, but right on the 3.
Yeah, right on the
And
3.
they've been playing unders like 3-2, 3-1 tight games. But you got to remember going into those games, they played a shit ton of hockey. Like they could have been. Those were they won in some spots they shouldn't have won. That New Jersey game was a spot that was a New Jersey spot, and they pulled it off. That was when Luukkonen was in net. They've been playing to the draw, just kind of holding on. Where Boston has just looked absolute ass. But isn't Boston just being what we always thought they would be, pretty much?
Yeah, they've came back down to earth. I mean, they were playing very good with um, at the beginning of the season when everybody thought they weren't going to be good. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, they just kind of came down to earth, and they could have ground out some wins, but the problem is their defense. They can't outscore anybody. Like everybody's outscoring them. So they've had games where they've scored, like I said, 3 or more. But doesn't help when your team's scoring 6, when the team against you is scoring 6.
Well, that Jeannot, Fraser, Minton, Kastelic line was going to have to be exposed eventually. None of those, except for Fraser Minton, he's young, but he's only 21. Like Jeannot and Kastelic, they're not strong defensive players. Middlestat is not. I mean, when you look at this lineup, it's been running heavy on Geeky, Lindholm, Pasternak, and I think they're just getting tired. They out energied teams right off the get go and played balls out, and they started fading down the stretch. So the question is, does 3 days off at Christmas change things for them? And I say no. I like Buffalo here. I like Buffalo. I think Buffalo on the other hand, they kind of struggled early. They were just trying to figure things out. They got a bunch of guys back like Norris. They were injured, so they kind of got fresher legs, I think, too. Like being injured sometimes can be a good thing down the stretch because you're not killing yourself game to game, right? Like who did they get back? It can be a good thing.
I think part of it too is like Geeky. I don't know if it was puck luck or what, but like he's been on a roll, and it seems like when he doesn't score, like nobody really else has been producing. And then you had Arvidsson was hurt for a while, right? And so was I want to say there was another injury on that team too that may have been part of that, but um yeah, so it's like when he's not scoring, nobody else is, and they can't win. So, I mean, I think Boston scores a specific if it's UPL, I like Boston's team total, but I still like Buffalo's team total. So I guess that just amounts to the over at
Over.
6.5.
Yeah. I'm more on Buffalo's team total over because I just think that another thing is Boston is they've had some incredibly high shooting percentages from some players that was not sustainable, and it just might be coming more to earth now. I think that's probably the case. With Buffalo, you look at like, okay, Josh Norris came back, he played 10 games without an injury. That's almost a record. So he might get injured next game. I hope not. I'm kidding. You guys, I don't want that on anybody. I shouldn't say that. He's had a rough go. But Noah Ostlund, he's looked really good, and he's got fresh legs coming in. He's looked really good since he's come up. And you got look at that lot. Like, oh, now all of us are looking at Buffalo, going, "Wow, this guy's Tuck, Norris, Ostlund, Quinn, McLeod, Benson. Benson was injured for a while, just came back, so he's on fresh legs." Yeah, I think Buffalo just keeps rolling here. I'm going to take them, but I don't know how I want to bet them. I think the team total over, or maybe Buffalo money line and over 4.5. You can do that at BetMGM. I kind of like that. $5 points in 6 December games for Arvidsson. I don't mind that. Tuck has been going over his shots. If you want to look at that, he's been shooting a ton. Like I said, Noah Ostlund for a point or for a goal or something like that. I just really love the way he's playing right now. I could see him pot one. There's a lot of guys on Buffalo. Josh Stone, of course, has been getting a lot of points as of late. Reach around Krebs is up there on the top line. I have heard rumors about them maybe moving a defenseman. I think that would be Bowen Byram. I've heard people talk about Owen Power, but I don't see that. He's just getting better and better all the time. Bowen Byram. One thing you need to know about Kekalainen, he's a big time analytics dude. And he's going to look at Bowen Byram's analytics, and a little puke is going to come in his mouth because Bowen Byram's underlying numbers are just absolutely horrible. Seriously, it's bad, man. It's bad. So there, he's going to go out looking for some general managers that don't have, like, he's the weirdest guy. He's a slick passer. He's got a great shot. He's got all the tools, but he's clueless in all three zones at the same time. It's very strange player, and he hasn't really gotten better ever since Colorado. But he puts up points, and there's going to be some non-analytics team out there that's going to see a young guy putting up points, and maybe he'll get something for him. But I'm going to stick with Buffalo. My only concern is recreating that energy to start out with. It's a weird game. I could see Boston maybe. I like over first period and over too, and I like that Buffalo money line and over 4.5, or the team total over 3. That 3 probably too juiced though, right?
Yeah. I like Josh Norris over 1.5 shots. It's minus 128. He's had 3 straight versus Boston, where he's had 3 or at least 3 shots. So he's had 3 shots in 3 straight games.
Against his old team, Ottawa, and he never got one.
I like Jack Quinn over 1.5 shots.
I don't mind that.
At home.
What's that price at?
It is minus 109. He's covered it in 78% of the home games. He's covered it in 9 of the last 10 and 15 of the last 17.
I love that play. Definitely that play for sure.
Yeah, definitely, at least at home. And he hasn't covered in 2 straight games, so
The three
Definitely a
is
team he
3
likes to
2.
shoot
You got to go
against.
3.5. But the way
Oh, for the
Boston's
team
been
total.
giving up, maybe the 3.5 is going to be good because they've been giving up a lot.
Tuck's been pretty solid too it last couple games.
Tuck is getting, Tuck over shots. He's been shooting. He always is a shooter. He's always a shooter. So, it's a good live betting bet game too. You know, I'll just quickly look at periods. We'll go to the next game. I want to look at periods that we might take a look at. I know Darlene's been going over quite a bit too, from what I remember.
I like a lot of these 1.5 shot on goal props for these players.
I like the Quinn one for sure. I'm playing that. I might put heavy on that one.
Yeah, I like Quinn and Norris. Pasta really hasn't been shooting a whole lot. Doesn't cover very often versus Buffalo either. What game's next? Are we done with this one? You said you're going to look at first period.
Wild versus Jets.
Let's get wild. Wild versus Jets. Where's that game? Oh, right here.
Oh, I'm taking one more thing. I'm taking the Sabres first period. Boston has only won one first period on the road this year. Although there's a lot of draws there too.
All right, we got Minnesota as the road favorite, -115. Winnipeg at home, the home dog. You don't see that very often. I know Winnipeg hasn't been playing great, but they're usually favored at home because they just typically pay better at home, or at least not this season, but in previous seasons. -105 as the home dog. Minnesota on the season 22-10-6, 9-6-1 on the road. Winnipeg 15-17-3, 8-7-1 at home. Head to head, Winnipeg owns this head to head matchup, winning 9 of the last 10. Most recently, Minnesota winning a 3-0 down in Winnipeg, but they have played twice this season. They did play earlier in the season where Winnipeg won that 4-3 in overtime. Minnesota 7-2-1 in their last 10, 4-5-1, trending to the under. Most recently losing back-to-back games against Nashville and Colorado. Winnipeg 2-5-2-1 in their last 10, 5-5, 500 on the over/under. Most recently losing 4 straight. Lost to Utah 3-4 in OT. Lost to Colorado 2-1. Lost to St. Louis 0-1. And also lost to Ottawa in OT 2-3. So Winnipeg, I mean, they're grinding out like very low scoring games, even low shot totals, like mid to low 20s. And Winnipeg's owned this matchup 9 of the last 10. I know Minnesota came off of that loss that we both thought they were going to win against Nashville. But Nashville has historically played good against them. I told myself I wasn't going to bet Winnipeg no more.
I'm not betting.
But I don't know. Yeah, me either.
No, it's a bad team. I'm sorry, this price is whacked. And I would say it's fishy, except for the fact that they're just getting credit for they're still getting credit for their home record last year. But I'm not betting Winnipeg. No way. I already bet Minnesota, to tell you the honest truth. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, they're coming off the 2 losses. They could be coming down to earth after that Hughes stuff. But I just think one way or another, Minnesota will win this game. You might want maybe a draw or something like that. Like Winnipeg's probably going to play hard here. They always do in their own barn, but I just don't think they have the guns to do it. And as long as the goaltending is probably going to be Gus, right?
Yeah, Gus and Hellebuck. I was just gonna say that. I just looked it up.
Yeah, I mean, Hellebuck over saves again. If you can get a decent price at it, I would say that. But I just can't look at this Winnipeg team, man. I mean, it's just not good, dude. They got two players. NHL All-Star, said it best. They got two players forward, and besides that, there's not much there. The only way Minnesota loses, what's the case for Minnesota here? I know they kind of slipped there. I mean, the Colorado loss was just a bad spot. I had Colorado in that game. And Nashville always plays them tough. But you got Steph Nyquist on your top right wing, if that's the way it's going to stay. I don't know. Wait till morning because these lines could change. But Cole Perfetti, Vlad Nemeshnikov, and Velarde, they took Velarde off the top line to try to get offense. That tells you a coach that's desperate to try to get offense from a lineup that doesn't have any offense. Morgan Barron, Lowry, I mean, Lowry's had one goal in 23 games this year. I follow when you put him on the top line, gets some points, but I mean, this is a team just barren of offense and a defense that has been not very good. It's just, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't get there with them at this price. The only way I would take Winnipeg at all would be first period. Maybe like Minnesota is coming down to reality a little bit. But at the same note, you lost 2 before the break. You got to figure they're coming out here, right?
Yeah. They would have to, for sure.
The thing with, I probably won't even have my high volume bets on a lot of these games, just so you know, because coming out of the break, things can be a little wonky. I want to say the under for sure here. Like maybe this is a game where I could see both teams taking a little bit to get going, or maybe Minnesota does play harder, but I don't trust them to score. So no goals, first 5, under 6.5 is probably a really good play here. I just Jets team total under is probably a good play here. I just don't see them being able to score coming out of the break.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, the only thing I like in here is, I mean, if I'm taking anybody, like I said, I'm not going to take Winnipeg, so it would be Minnesota money line minus 115, and then depending on whatever Hellebuck saves is, I like that too. I kind of lean to the under here as well, but I mean, Minnesota's been scoring. They were shut down in those last 2 games, 2-1, but Winnipeg, on the other hand, they really haven't been scoring. So it's like, yeah, like you said, you either take their team total under or Minnesota's team total over. I don't know if you can get it at a flat 3 is probably going to be juiced.
I don't think so. I think a 3 could be good here, and I don't mind that. It's just with Hellebuck, it's a little tough, but
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 3 is minus 110.
Put a little 100. Bit on that. I think I'm going to go Minnesota money line, a little bit on the team total over, weirdly enough, but also under 6. The Minnesota money line and under 6.5. I don't think Minnesota's going to blow Winnipeg out of the water here, but I don't think Winnipeg's going to score enough goals to get this to a 6.5. So I could see like a 4-1, something like that, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, something like that. But I don't see this being like super high scoring. You think Gus will give up his share of goals? He's been playing fantastic, though, dude. Look at his numbers the last. If his numbers are as good as the kids' the last 10 or 15 games, well, stats numbers have been excellent. What puts you on that, Paul Body? He's been playing really well.
I think he's saying that he give up the share to the over. Give up a couple to
the over 5.5. I just don't trust Winnipeg to score.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem. If it was a different team than Winnipeg, I'm not sure. Sure.
Right. You're cutting in and out. I don't know if it's
does get
is that
their
me?
legs going here.
Is Pearlo? I can't. You're like going in and out, and you haven't moved on your screen for a minute. I don't know if it's just my feed or if it's you.
What's going on here?
Seems like you're cutting out for everybody. I can't hear you. Are you there? Uh-oh. He done dropped out. I'll stay here for a minute and see if he hops back on. Come on, Pearlo. All right, I'll give him another minute or so. If not, I'll start moving on so that we can keep the stream going and then he can catch up and give his info in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, as far as me, I'm leaning Minnesota here. It's hard for me to get on Winnipeg. Like, I know that they own this matchup, winning 9 of the last 10, and Minnesota just most recently won the last one. But it's just hard to bet on Winnipeg for four straight losses. Like, I know at some point they're going to try to turn this around. They've lost 7 of the last 8. They've only won 2 of the last 10. So it's kind of hard to see that. But come on, Pearlo. That Dunkin' Donuts Wi-Fi. Thanks, Rich. Yeah, it was new for this season. It's a fitted hat, but it's got all the teams on it. Doesn't got the new Utah logo though. It's got the older Utah logo. Let's see, where's that at? Right here. This one? No. This one? Right there. But pretty cool. It's expensive, but there he is.
What the heck happened?
The invisible man. It's like you're in the dark.
I don't know what the hell happened. Okay, anyways, doesn't matter. As long as the screen's still going. Merry Christmas. All right. Yeah, you
You
got the
look like a
camera set
ninja.
up there. Yeah.
Like a ninja. It's funny. Would it would just Wi-Fi drop out? The blob. Somebody said the blob. Like the Invincible Man.
What is going on with my camera now? Jesus Christ, dude. My camera's working, but it says it's not working.
He's an alien.
What? Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. Very creepy indeed.
Have you seen those new videos that are going around like TikTok where they got the pet and they make like a piece of wrapping paper and then they put the treat on the other side of the wrapping paper so the dog sticks his head through the hole and then they take a picture so it looks like his head's in the wrapping paper. It's kind of what you look like right now with the little hole there in the living room. Like you're coming in from
Well, I'll
another
fix it. So
dimension.
where were we? Just continue on. I'll fix it.
So we were just finishing
Yeah,
up that
I'll fix it.
Minnesota
Just
Winnipeg game.
I
Um what game you want to go to next?
one thing I will say is that Winnipeg or Minnesota does give up a lot of shots. So you're looking at shot props for, or you look, maybe Winnipeg should be shooting a lot. I don't mind the Winnipeg team, the Gus over saves. But while you're going on to the next one,
What's which one do you
what's
want to
the
go to next?
I guess it'd be Washington, New Jersey.
Yep. All right. Hey, we got Pearlo streaming from the black hole. It's a good thing he took his Hymes with him.
There we go.
There we go. All right, Washington, New Jersey. One thing that also to note, none of these games start early. First game is 6 p.m. Eastern, so we gotta wait all fucking day on a Saturday to get some
Yeah,
fucking games going, which is some bullshit,
no
in
day
my
games.
opinion.
Maybe I don't know why. Maybe because of the World Juniors. Like I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, are there any bowl games or anything probably tomorrow? Probably college bowl games.
Probably football. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right,
I
we
like
got
that.
Washington.
I like that
Go ahead.
Benson over 1.5 shots. By the way, I just wanted to mention that because you did bring it up,
Okay.
and there was something else I wanted to go into here. But go ahead, tell me the lay of the land.
All right, we got Washington Road Dog plus 105. Odd to see that. New Jersey favored at home minus 125. Washington on the season 19-13-5, 8-6-3 on the road. New Jersey 20-16-1, 10-7-1 at home. Head to head, these teams are deadlocked in the last 10 at an even 5-5, 7-3 trending to the over. Most recently playing once this season down in Washington, where New Jersey won that 3-2 in a shootout. Washington 3-4-1-2 in their last 10. Uh, Dead 500 and 5-5 to the over and unders. They are on a 3-game losing streak, most recently losing to the Rangers at home 3-7. New Jersey 4-6 in their last 10, 2-8 trending to the under. They are on a 2-game losing streak, most recently losing to the Isles 1-2 right before the break.
Whole body you just brought up a really cool stat about the under. This is the reason why I said Gus will allow his in 4-1-1-4. I'd like to have to see what who they were playing in those games, but I just I mean, if there's ever a get right spot for a goalie on the road, Winnipeg's it. I don't know. But give me the draw every period in the final game here. I don't know what to do with this game. Washington, are they going to, wake up here coming out of the break? I think they were
supposed to be Markstrom and Thompson. Thompson hasn't been playing that great. Markstrom is Markstrom. He's kind of always just average.
I can't trust
good games, had bad games.
They got everybody back now. I don't know. I don't know if I have anything on this game, to tell you the honest truth. I really don't know what these two teams are right now. New Jersey hasn't been able to score forever. They got Hughes and them back. Maybe they're going to do it here. I mean, I had Hughes over shots last game. I think he didn't even come close.
Yeah, he took like the game off. He was passing at every opportunity he had. It was always pass first that entire game.
Okay, he had that hand problem, right?
Right.
Maybe he's not fully back. That's why he's not shooting.
In that first game he came back, he had one goal, but I don't know how many attempts. I only say like he only shot that one shot. That was a goal, and that was it. I don't think he had any more shots than that. Terry Ray Vegas said that there's 8 bowl games and 9 NBA games tomorrow, and 21 NCAA basketball games.
They always play tight for a draw sprinkle. Yeah, I just like the draw here. I lean the under. I don't see lots of goals in this game. I don't see it. Under first period, especially. My gut says under first period in this game. Because I know Ovi, they enjoy their Christmas. I would lean New Jersey here, to tell you the honest truth.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning Washington just to the fact that they've lost 3 straight, and Thompson really needs a bounce back here. Like, I know they're on the road, but I also like that stat that Rich said. Caps are 12-2 in New Jersey and 5-1 in the last 6 games after Christmas.
I can't take
but it's like I would expect Washington at some point to like 3 straight games, 2 to Detroit, 1 to Rangers. Like, those are bad losses though too. But Detroit's been playing good. Rangers have been playing good on the road.
Better, yeah.
It's just, I think
here's the one
if
thing
you can get a good time out of Thompson.
Here's the one thing that puts me on New Jersey. I don't trust, not New Jersey. I mean, maybe to make a case for Washington, I should say. Do you trust Sheldon Keefe to have guys ready for anything? I don't. That would be my case for Washington here. Maybe Washington first period. But I don't know if Washington's going to come out hot in this game either. You think they would. Logic would tell you after 2 bad losses like that they would come out hot here. You're going to take the Devils, but not much on the bet. Caps 3-4-3 last 10, 4-6. Yeah, it's like, feels like. Well, I know they want, but how many times has New Jersey wanted the dub? Like, how long are you going to go here where, New Jersey should have the fresher legs because they've got a lot of Meyer in the lineup, like Hughes in the lineup. They haven't played in a while. Like, they should have the better legs in this game. It's possible Washington is just getting tired. They got an older team. is there anybody out that we're not aware of? Like, what did Wilson?
So I
Wilson
was
didn't play
looking
that
at
last.
neither of them are on the front end of a back-to-back. Washington plays at Florida after this. So this is a 2-game road trip for them. But they get a day break in between games. And then New Jersey, on the other hand, they travel to Toronto and do not play them until Monday. So they get 2 days off after this game. So I don't know if it's not necessarily a look ahead for either of them. But and New Jersey did win the one game earlier this year, 3-2 down in Washington's barn in a shootout. So it's a revenge game for Washington, technically.
I think this is a boring. I think this is. I think this is boring. No,
Oh, you're cutting out again.
Wilson is out, right?
Oh, let me look at that. I didn't look at that. So Wilson is
What
out.
is going on?
Sandine is day to day, but it is the estimated day of return is tomorrow. Wilson is estimated date of return is tomorrow as well. And nobody's new for New Jersey.
Okay, so Wilson could be back in the lineup. I just don't trust this New Jersey team to bet them, and I don't know where Washington's at. So this is a tough one for me. I'm not sure what I want to do with this. Take the dog, I guess. Take the dog. No practice time to get right for either team. I don't trust Sheldon Keefe as coach to have them ready to play. Coming off a break. I mean, you could definitely see Hughes and Meyer and everything come hard here. They could have been just rusty before the break, but how much less rusty are they going to be now that they had a break?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how Palat is still on the top 6 of this freaking team? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
How that is.
Yeah, he's still up there. And like you would think Arsenia Gritziak would be up there with Jack Hughes, but I mean I understand they're trying to extend their depth, but
I think my favorite play in this game is under first period. I think this is going to be 2 teams coming out scared. If I were to take somebody, I would take Washington first period, just coming out angry. And I just don't trust New Jersey to be ready with Sheldon Keefe as a coach and Markstrom's in that. So he hasn't played bad as of late, but I mean, you can't really trust him. Assuming he's in net, I think that's what it says. Like, that's what the projection is. I think it'd be silly to put him in net, to tell you the honest truth. 3.33 and an 8.83.
yeah, I mean
No goals.
Connor McMichael.
I like that by Avi.
Connor McMichael over 1.5 shots on goal. He's covered that in 89% of the games versus New Jersey. 8 of the last 9 is 89 or 65% or 89%. I'm sorry. He does shoot a lot more at home than versus on the road, but he's got good versus history, and his line's only minus 106. I could see that.
I don't mind that. I've been having no luck with picking New Jersey players over shots as of late. It should be Meyer. Meyer should be over, right?
Yeah. Wasn't Wasn't Ryan Leonard hurt? Or am I thinking
He's
of somebody
back.
else?
He's
He's
back.
back. Okay.
It's Wilson that's hurt. Leonard overshots, I don't mind for this game.
And Wilson's due to return tomorrow too as well.
Yeah, I like that no goals in the first 10 or I still don't. I don't see an over here. No goals first 5 under 6.5. That's my play. That's my play. No G's first 5 under 6.5. Washington just gave up what 7 to the Rangers. I'm pretty sure Carberry's going to be like, yeah, maybe we should play some D. Maybe we should do that. And Jersey, that's all they do. So I don't mind the draw. I like and the draw. I could see the draw here. Draws plus 290 in the Rangers Islanders. Yeah, I know.
Meyer's been going over his shots quite a bit.
Yeah.
A lot. He had 25 attempts in the last 2 games combined. 7 shots in each game. I mean, I know Washington plays pretty good defense, but they've also haven't been playing great. So
yeah, I like my overshots and the no in the first 5.
Playable line -135. I would say if you're gonna take anything for Jack, you probably take his point because, like we were just saying, he hasn't really been shooting.
Little worried that he came back early from that hand injury. He's not totally perfect yet. The way he's been passing off.
Yeah.
All right, next game.
Let me just write one more note here. So is that the Ottawa game?
Ottawa, Toronto, yeah.
Ottawa, Toronto. All right, we got Ottawa on the road as a favorite, -115, taking on Toronto as the home dog, -105. Over under is set at 6.5. Juice to the under at -130. Ottawa 18, 13, and 5 on the season, 10, 7, and 2 on the road. Toronto 16, 15, and 5 on the season, 11, 5, and 5 at home. Head to head, Ottawa's won 6 of the last 10 head to head matches between these two teams. They have not played at all this season, so this will be their first matchup this season. Ottawa 5, 4, and 1 in their last 10, 5 and 5 to the over and under. Most recently losing to Buffalo 2 and 3 to overtime, but prior to that they had won 4 straight. Toronto 4, 4, 1 and 1 in their last 10, 3, 6 and 1 trending to the under. Most recently they did beat Pittsburgh 6-3. I think we both liked Toronto in that matchup. And then prior to that they had lost 3 straight.
Yeah, that's the only thing. What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say, it looks like it's going to be Allmark and Wall.
Yeah, Allmark's been playing better. Somebody said over in this game.
I like the Stützle anytime goal.
I don't know if I see an over here. Maybe because the Leafs got their offense going against Pittsburgh, but I mean, I'm just because you beat Pittsburgh and whatever 6-3 or whatever, that ass team. Do you think I don't? The only thing I don't like about it is the Leafs were on a losing streak and they won. And I don't like to take a team that after winning when they were on a long losing streak. But I still can't trust Toronto. I just can't. I think.
Yeah, I like Ottawa here. I mean, I'm leaning Ottawa for sure.
Yeah,
Just trying to get Toronto to put 2 games back to back, like good games back to back. It's
I got to see it.
been very slim and far between this season for them. Like, let me look.
Is it like maybe is there a serious history of overs here? No. A lot of draws. Before that game against Buffalo, Ottawa scored 6, 6, and 4, but that was against Boston, Chicago, and Pittsburgh. Toronto allowed, even though they beat Pittsburgh, they still allowed 3, 5, 5, 4 in their last 3 games before that. That was on the road. At home, what they beat Chicago. I remember they barely won that game. They gave up 6 to Edmonton, 3 to San Jose, and then what? They beat Tampa 2-0. That was a terrible spot for Tampa, and they had nobody in the lineup. They were straight under team, but then all of a sudden it started going awry. But I think that was also without Wall in that, right?
Yeah, like I don't like the over at 6.5, but
Yeah,
I do like Ottawa.
I do like Ottawa too. And -1, they are the favorite. There's
They're
a
4,
six,
5, and
though.
1
You
in the
can get
last 10 turned to
sixes
the
on
under.
this game. I just question whether Toronto's going to score.
Yeah,
I mean,
they haven't even really been shooting.
well, they're not a high volume shot team. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, but like you usually see a lot of shots from Tavares, Matthews, and Nylander, and none of them have really been producing. If anything, it's like one of them per game.
Yeah. The only thing I have a theory that I'm going to watch, and that is like Berube is an old school guy, right? And I think it's possible he could have been tearing these guys down to build them up. I think it's possible. By the way, the new Hymes slogan, I forgot that. Nylander gave us the new Hymes slogan. I've never felt this way before. That's the new Hymes slogan. I put it on Twitter, man.
I
The
remember
new
that.
Hymes
I saw
slogan.
that.
I brought it up to the Hymes advertising people, and they like it. So we're going to be it's going to be bringing in a new brand. I've never felt this way before. Hymes body. There, I said it. I've never felt this way before. I love that, but Nylander's saying that. But with that, I think it's possible that Berube's been doing the old military, tear them down to build them up thing. And we will see tomorrow. I'm not going to put much on this game because I have a feeling he's going to be raw-rawing them from now on. Sort of like he did when it was St. Louis. Remember, like they were shit. And he is that old school military type guy. So, in which case that would make a case for the over. That would make a case for the over here. Live bet this. Live bet this. If you see them both, if you see Toronto coming out hot and no longer playing like that shutdown defense, I have a feeling you're going to see that happen here. Sort of like you did with St. Louis. But I mean, I look at this lineup for Shelley, Tavares, Nylander, Nye. He's got Nyes down on the third line, trying to get offense from everybody. Troy Stetcher is your second, right? Myers, Riley.
Yeah. Nobody.
10 have
Yeah,
already played. What do you mean 10 have already played?
just give me like Stutzla and Chuck for a point. Same game parlay. Even money, probably. I will be right back. I'm going to go grab a refill on my drink.
Okay. What's the logic for the over, except that maybe it's just going to be a loose game? I'm still not sure I trust Toronto to score. Just because they scored against Pittsburgh's bad defense. I mean, Ottawa doesn't have a bad defense. Maybe you're right, but if I like the over in this game, I like Ottawa team total over. I trust more that the Sens will score than Toronto will. How has the Sens been an over team? Yeah, let me see. Maybe you're right. I haven't looked at it. My brain says that's not true, but recently I guess they have 6-2, 6-4. Again, that's against Chicago is 6-4. Who that was Maryland in net, I believe. Buffalo was an under. Again, I lean more to Ottawa scoring if that's the case. If you're thinking an over here, I think I'd more look at Ottawa scoring than Toronto. Something's got to give for Toronto. I mean, something's had to give for a long time for Toronto. And just because they scored 6 against Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh is just absolute ass. And most of that came late in the third. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I think I like team total over for Ottawa more than anything. I guess I should also look at Toronto's got Detroit next. I didn't look at that with the who's next. $27th. Toronto's got Detroit the very next night. So I don't know. You make a good case though. Saturday night, Christmas, it's probably not going to be a big, huge defensive battle. I get you. I get you. I get you. It's been an under series mostly.
Yeah, 4 and 5
Last
to the
three times
under.
they played, no, sorry, but
Yeah, I'm just leaning Ottawa here and probably take to Chuck and Stutzla for a point or something like that.
I'm leaning at Ottawa and team total over. Are the I don't what's are the blood is Toronto going to get blanked after being obliterated in the media? They get obliterated in the media every day. All that changing. Morgan Riley over 1.5 shots on goal. Uh, Brady Kachuk over shots. I know he didn't get it last
Yeah.
time, but this will be tight. He'll get it for sure here.
Stutzla and T'Chaka point is pretty good.
I may change my mind on the over. I mean, you guys are making a good case for it, especially because it is a Saturday night. It's after, like Toronto does have Detroit the very next night, though, right?
Yeah. Definitely look at a head spot for Toronto.
In Detroit?
In Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know
So
if
they're
it's a
headed
real
on the road.
because this is a big game. Like Ottawa Toronto is a big rivalry game.
Yeah. Well, just I guess more so in the fact that just knowing they have a game tomorrow, the following day.
Yeah. They do have that idea that they do have to play. I do. Somebody brought up the over first period. I don't mind that. On a lot of these plays, like the goaltenders could be a bit shaky coming off of Christmas break, so I don't mind that. I think that Buffalo loss will leave a bad taste in Ottawa's mouth. I just trust them more as a team. I think they have a better system. They have better players right now. I think you're getting the better team at not a bad price at minus 115. Like almost to pick them.
Yeah.
They did pretty well against a Buffalo team that's hot right now. You could have easily won that game. And Toronto beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been ass. Wall over saves does make sense. I do like that.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah. Full body. Look at that.
Yeah, I like Ottawa. I don't really have a lean on the over or the under. T'Chaka and Stutzla point.
How long do you think we've been talking about this? 20 minutes?
Yeah, maybe 15.
Mm, 155. I'm going to try to timestamp this. Do you have to like just write it in the comments and then put the number? That's it? Because that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you would. I know that like on certain programs you're able to like click as you're streaming and it'll like put a mark as your bookmark, but I don't know if StreamYard does that or not.
Probably does, but I just don't know how to do it. All right, let's go to the next game. Sorry.
Yeah, so your next one will be 2:02:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
The time that we're streaming right now.
I just go around about, I mean,
the next whole number.
It's like
you going to Nashville?
It's
Nashville or Chicago.
The next one I got here is Chicago versus Dallas.
All right.
And I got to get up again. I don't know what the heck's going on with me here. Must be all that. Be right back.
All right.
I might be a bit here, so just continue talking what your pick after you're done.
Okay. All righty. We have Chicago on the road. Huge dog. Plus 285. Dallas. Huge favor at home. Wow, minus 360. That is nasty. I mean, I get it. But Chicago on the season 13, 17, and 6. 6, 10, and 3 on the road. Dallas 25, 7, and 6. 12, 5, and 1 at home. Head-to-head, Dallas has won 8 of the last 10 of these matchups. Most recently, actually, they have not played this year at all. 4 and 4 and 2 to the over-under trend. Chicago 2 and 8 in their last 10. 3-7 trending to the under. They are coming in on a 6-game losing streak, most recently losing 3-1 to Philly at home. Dallas 7-2-1 in their last 10, trending 5-4-1 to the over. Most recently losing to Detroit 3-4 in overtime on the road, and winning 4 straight before that: Toronto, Anaheim, San Jose, and LA. I obviously like Dallas in this spot. Let's see who's going to be in net. I would assume it's going to be Ottinger and Knight. That's what it looks like. Ottinger and Knight. This one showing Ottinger and Knight too. Where is this game? Yeah, Ottinger and Knight. So, as far as looking at these two teams here, I mean, Dallas, they really don't have any injuries, or at least new injuries. You still got Frank Nazar. He is going to be out for 4 weeks. So, no Nazar, no Bedard. I mean, I probably lean to Knight saves. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it through a whole game. You would think that they're going to leave him in there. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, Dallas team total over 3.5. I could definitely see that. It's probably going to be juiced. I would lean more so towards the puck line here, but it's just hard to take a puck line at minus money. Like, it's minus 123. I would rather wait to end game and see if you can try to catch something live on the team total, maybe. If you can bet something team total. I mean, minus or over 3.5 is minus 150 on some books. It shows it's minus 135 on Caesars. Like, I'd be willing to play that minus 135. But there's no way I can play a minus 150. It's minus 145 on Hard Rock for over 3.5 for Dallas. Chicago, on the other hand, I was taking their team total under 2.5 for a while. It was a playable line. But now, I mean, it's all the way down to and flat even 2. So, Chicago team total under 2 is minus 135. I really don't like that. It's no longer at a playable line. But yeah, I mean, Dallas team total is the only way you can really attack Dallas, unless you want to take, maybe the Dallas. I wouldn't take the Dallas money line and put it at anything. It's minus over 300. Yeah, so Pearlo, the only thing I really like in here is Dallas team total over 3.5. Everything else is too juiced to play. The minus 1.5 puck line is minus 130. Like, I don't like that either. There's no value there. The team total over 3.5 is minus 135 at Caesars. Everywhere else, it's worse than minus 150. So, like I said, the Chicago team total is set at 2 or 1.5. So I don't know if I could really get behind that. I mean, Ottinger should play well, but he's always susceptible to letting up a couple goals at times too. So maybe take Chicago's team total under half a goal in the first period. I don't know what that is. That might be something. Minus 130. Minus 125 on Fanatics.
Okay. Dallas. Just taking a. I mean, if it was any other team than Chicago right now, I'd be on Chicago at this price.
Yeah.
It's without Bedard and without, it's almost impossible to.
Yeah, Bedard, Nazar. You got
Dallas.
Ottinger in that.
Okay, what's the I think I might have found some here. See, what I don't like about this game is Dallas lost to Detroit going in, right? Like this Dallas, they're not coming in fat, but they're not coming in like driven either. But Chicago's been a terrible second period team. I think Dallas second period puck line would be a good thing here. You can get up plus 100 and plus 105. There's 9-3 and they usually wake up in the second period. 8-3 and 9 to the second period on the road. Chicago is 5-8 and 4 second period. Stars to score a power play goal. That's a good one.
Yeah, Rantanen's pretty. I'm not looking at the numbers yet, but Rantanen's pretty solid at home for like points or 2 points. So I wouldn't shy away from like looking at Rantanen 2 points or something.
Is Dallas at home in this game? Oh shit! Sorry.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's why they're minus 260. Of course. Yeah. Dallas at home. I think it's the same at home. It's going to be Spencer Knight.
Right? Yeah, Knight and Ottinger.
Chicago's first period puck line, Dallas. Chicago's has only won 3, but they have, again, big push. But Dallas is pretty good at home. Let me try a second.
Yeah. I like Chicago under a half a goal first period, minus 130. I mean, it's going to be hard to. I mean, Dallas is at home where they play good. You got Ottinger in net. Like, I understand Chicago wanting to come out hot, but I mean, you can only come out hot with, what, 2 players that have been productive, maybe? Like, Donato has been shooting the last game, but he hasn't really been on the score sheet. Bertuzzi's the only one. Like, I know Burkowski, but I mean, it's because he's on the top line with Bedard, so that's where he gets all his points from. Like, who else is gonna? All right, if we're expecting Chicago to come out and push, who's gonna be pushing? Bertuzzi, Donato, and Burkowski. Yes, I could see that line. More Green and Teravainen. Teravainen, really, I haven't seen. If anything, I would think the third line, Foligno, Dickinson, and Mikheyev. Like lines 1 and 3, I like. I don't know about line 2. I'm sure Alex could probably speak to this more so because this is his team. But
yeah, you got Dickinson's on the first line. Yeah, it's just I mean, if Chicago wins this, it'll be practically a miracle, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be a fucking like 5-6 game, but I can't see Chicago putting up 5 or 6. Like, I can't see Chicago putting up more than 2 goals, and I can't see Dallas putting up less than 4. So it's kind of hard.
Total over 4 for Dallas.
Yeah, it's minus 135 or over 4.
Over 4.
Yeah.
4 plus split 20. The 3.5 and the 4. Team total over. My only concern is that Dallas is just fucks around in this game. You know, that's my only concern. I think they start off slow. Take Dallas puck line first period, second period, and team total over 3 and team total over 4. That's what I would do. And like you said, I don't mind that Chicago play. Like you said, team total under for Chicago.
Yeah, like I know Chicago's rested, but so is Dallas, and Dallas is coming off a loss too. So, I mean, it's a divisional game. They probably, I want to say that these games stay close, but I mean, Dallas has won 8 of the last 10, and almost every game has been a multi goal win for Dallas.
Does Dallas have a game right after this?
Nope, they get 3 days off. They don't play until New Year's Eve. Chicago is on the front end of a back-to-back. They play Pittsburgh on Sunday. That's probably another reason why they're plus 285.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. Just take Dallas puck line, first period, second period, Chicago under, like you said. What was the number? What was that? Under 0.5? No goals in the first?
Yeah, no goals. Yeah, minus 130. No goals in the first 5 for Chicago. Like, they're going to want to come out, but I think Dallas is, I mean, on the other hand, too, Dallas is a slow starter, but I want to say that they score in the first period a lot. Or at least that's what my mind's telling me, but my mind also tells me they've been slow starters. Let's see. Goals first period.
I think Dallas can pick their number here. I just think Chicago is just screwed with that team. There's nothing, they could
So
work
Dallas
hard
is
still.
Dallas is 13th in the league for goal in the first period. Chicago's 28th. Goals allowed. I think Chicago was pretty good at not allowing a goal in the first period at one point.
Aubie brought up a good thing. Like, Dallas's power play has been awesome. You could take Dallas to get a power play goal and Dallas money line. Combine the two.
Mm-hmm. So Dallas is number 3 in the league to not allow a goal in the first period. Chicago is number 4 in the league to not allow a goal in the first period.
Under first period?
Yeah. To not allow a team to score in the first period or goals allowed in the first period. They've allowed the least amount. The Kings.
Which is more a reason why I like the second period puck line probably best out of this.
And more so, I like the Blackhawks under goal first period, just because, like, the more potent offense is Dallas. So if they're both in the top 5 for not allowing a goal in the first period, the more likely team to score in the first period would be Dallas and not Chicago, or to not score would be Chicago. I think I'm counting, like, I like the Dallas first period puck line too, but I can count more so on Chicago not scoring in the first period than Dallas scoring one if they tend to start slow like they sometimes do.
Yeah. No goals first 5 and Dallas money line.
Mm-hmm. I like the power play point too, or to score a power play goal.
Yeah. Get a power play, score a power play goal and money line. That's not bad. Tie at 10 minutes. Terry Ray bringing that up.
Minus 125.
Or no goals first 10. Yeah, but that already did. We already said that. Exact score 0-0 first 10. There you go. That'll give you a good price. If you're going to take the tie first 10, because you think it's not good because Chicago scored. So
I would split 1-0 and 2-0 exact score. The likelihood of Dallas scoring 1 or 2 goals is probably
1-0 first period. Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm on that. I like that 1-0 exact score, or end 0-0 or 0-0. Kaiser scored first period for Chicago and Toronto and St. Louis, and Mazar scored first period in Montreal. Yeah, you're just putting like little bets on this, but like I said, I like taking puck line first period, puck line second period, Chicago team total under first period, Chicago team total under second period. Yeah.
I went through all of their last 10 head to heads too, and I think Chicago had a goal in the first period in like in 3 of the last 10 games, maybe 4. But the funny thing is a lot of those goals were involving Bedard or like a power play goal from Bedard.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
and he's not in there.
This most exciting thing here. Yeah. The other one you could do is, I know now we're getting really stretching it, because if Dallas is going to win this game cleanly as we think they are, then they'll probably be so far up that Chicago no goals third period. Chicago will lose their soul by the time the third period comes. But that's how I would attack a game like this when the price is like that. I think that's what I'm going to bet, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, next game. The props. I mean, I don't want to take any Chicago props.
Mm-mm.
You're looking at like, I don't really want to take shot props either, because if Dallas does come out hot, they could be up 4-0 by the time the second period comes. So. And then they're not shooting, so just take Robertson for a goal. He's been cold for a bit. You know, Johnston, somebody brought that up, of course. All right, next game.
Nashville, St. Louis. Who in their right mind would be even looking at St. Louis? I mean, I know we got to look at it, but
Not.
Not only that, but St. Louis is favored in this game. Tell me how fishy that is.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a divisional matchup, so they probably typically. But man, if you look at their last 10,
I want to go against Nashville here because they were on such a hot run and then get the break and they'll have to recreate that energy again. I don't like it. But if it was anybody but St. Louis, I mean, to the lay of the land, maybe I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's probably because Nashville's already beat them twice this season too.
Aha. Yeah.
All right, Nashville road dog -105. St. Louis at home -115. Nashville is currently sitting 5th in the Central. St. Louis is sitting 6th in the Central. Nashville 16-16-4 on the season, 6-7-2 on the road. St. Louis 14-16-8 on the season, 7-8-5 at home. Head to head, Nashville owns this matchup, winning 6 of the last 10. Nashville has rolled them twice this season, winning 5-2 and 7-2, 1 home and 1 away. Nashville has won 3 straight coming into this, most recently being Minnesota on the road, 3-2 in overtime. They've also are 7-3 in their last 10, even 500 on over and unders. St. Louis, on the other hand, 5-4-1 in the last 10, even 500 to the over and the under. They are coming into this game most recently losing to Tampa Bay 1-4. And they also beat Florida right before that 6-2. I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a St. Louis spot because, like the,
It is. It is a
but
St. Louis spot.
yeah,
Nashville's got to recreate the energy that had them on the hot streak going into Christmas. Uh, St. Louis, what, beat Florida, then shit the bed against Tampa on the road, came home.
it's hard to not take the over in this. It's sitting at 5.5. I know
Yeah,
Saros has played solid. It's probably going to be Bennington on the other side,
if it's
but
Bennington, I
like in
like the over, but I don't think it's
7-3 in the last 10. So I got Bennington and Saros one site. I got Bennington and Saros on another site. And I have Hofer and Saros on the other site. What's also weird too is on goalie post that's showing Hofer, they're also showing Wallstat instead of Gus. I already know we already went over that game, but I just saw it.
well, it would just have me more on Minnesota, anyways.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, if it's Hofer, I don't know about the over. He has been playing a little bit better than Bennington, but
Bennington.
Saros has been playing pretty solid too. It just looks like. Let me look at some of these previous games to see if Saros was in that. Yeah, Saros was in that one. Well, Saros has only given up 2 goals in both games. Let me see what his head-to-head looks like. So Saros versus St. Louis, he's 5-4-1 in the last 10, 292 goals allowed, and an 896 save percentage. So decent, not exceptionally great, but Bennington, on the other hand, 4-4-1-1 with a 3.26 goals allowed and 891 save percentage. So definitely worse. He's actually given up 4 or more goals in 4 of the last 5 games versus Nashville. He's given up 4 or more goals in the last 5 games versus Nashville. I mean, that's just the over 5.5. If it's Bennington, like Nashville can get 4 by themselves,
Which
or
means
at
you
least it
want
seems that way.
Nashville team total over.
Yep, 2.5, right? Because they're the dog.
Yeah, but it's see, this is what's funky. Minus 165 for the Nashville team total over. Why is that on a 5.5 when you're a dog?
Yeah, it's because they're more consistent at getting 3. I bet you their 3 is like probably minus 120.
I would take the 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if Bennington's in net. That's what I'd probably like here.
yeah. 2 of the 3 sites are showing Bennington.
Nashville coming off that break.
And
Could
to
see
Poe
St. Louis
Buddy's,
first period, or St. Louis was having
yeah.
that first period goal run.
I could also see like to Poe Buddy's note, like Blues have scored 1-1-2-3-2-1 in December. So, and Saros has been playing decent in my opinion. So like, and you said too right now the team total for Nashville. Like I think that Like Blues might win this, but at that point, it's going to be a track meet. But how is it a track meet against Soros? Is what I really don't see. Like I know, like this is a St. Louis spot. You got Nashville winning back-to-back games this season already. It's somewhat more difficult to sweep teams in a full season, but I mean, we've seen teams win 10 straight too. So, like, I know it's a spot, but
If I'm taking anything for St. Louis, it's first period. I don't know if I trust him full game, but maybe I could see Nashville coming in fat here after that Minnesota win. I could see them coming in like a little loose, like
mhm.
not a good. And now it's the whole recreating the energy thing. They were on a good
Yeah.
energy rush there. Then the break
I
happens, and now you come in.
I think if St. Louis wins this match, it's like 4-3. And it's like the total's at 5.5. But it's just hard to see. I mean, I know Saros has had some bad games this season, but the way St. Louis has been playing,
If
I
it's
mean, they did play
Bennington,
good against
I'm
Florida.
taking the over if it's Bennington. I'm probably taking Nashville team total over, I guess.
Yeah.
3. It's such a toss up. Maybe a draw too wouldn't be bad. I think that's true. That's the thing is Nashville does have heart. St. Louis is dead. Like I could only bet Nashville, even though it's a St. Louis spot. I just can't get behind St. Louis. They won. What did they win? Like they won in Florida in a horrible spot that Florida did. I don't even think they gave a shit about that game. They had to look ahead against Tampa Bay. They just beat Carolina, and they got this measly St. Louis team coming in. 1-0 versus an ass Winnipeg team. Barely beat Chicago 3-2. You got to go back to Montreal and Ottawa where they won those games, but were completely outplayed when they did it. So, when's the last time they won a legit game? I'd rather trust Nashville to get their energy up enough for this game than trust St.
Yeah.
Louis to do anything. So,
Yeah. Yeah. My best bet is Nashville to score 3 goals in this game than against Bennington, against anything else. I mean, I would like 4 and not get the push, but um, I'm fine with taking the 3 and getting a push too. I just don't think you're going to see less than that.
I think the over in Nashville gets most of the goals. I think about, I'm just going to keep rolling with Nashville until they give me a reason otherwise, certainly against St. Louis.
Yeah, every time I've passed them up, they've won. So
Yeah.
I keep telling myself at some point they're going to come back down to earth, but I should just keep playing them until they do.
Yeah, what do they have? Utah the very next night, though.
Oh, they do. No, they get a day off.
They get 1 day off? Okay. So they're playing St. Louis, and then they're off to altitude in the west. They're off to the west after this.
You know what? I see them more so losing to Utah before I do St. Louis.
Yeah, I could see that.
Definitely to Vegas, but Utah
And
hasn't
St.
been
Louis
playing
has
that
got
great at
Buffalo
home.
right after this. That doesn't mean shit. I mean, I could see St. Louis losing to Buffalo too. They go into Colorado after that. I just can't take St. Louis. Fuck, just not.
Yeah, they're going to be from what I can see, they're going to be on a losing streak for an unforeseeable future, at least for the next couple of games.
Yeah,
Something like that. I don't know. Like,
I don't like the mojo, the energy of that team at all. Bunting over 1.5 shots. Thank you, Terry. I forgot to mention that. I already bet that. Thanks, Terry. That's a good bet. Yeah. Evangelista, get it on. They got it at 1.5 juice. Take the 2.5. He's had 4 shots in his last 3 games. I imagine he'll get shots here. Take it at 2.5. It'll be plus money. The 1.5 is like minus 196. The 2.5 is probably plus 130 or something like that. I would take that too.
And he's still got injuries. Nobody's coming back. Holloway's still on IR. Kyrie's still on IR. Mark Assault's out for Nashville. But his estimated date of return is tomorrow, so that could only be better for them. Yeah. And you got to take, what, Forsberg for a goal? Probably.
I look at Dvorak over shots if you're going to take St. Louis for stuff.
Wow, Forsberg is excellent shot props.
Yeah. He's been
He's covered 9 of the last 12 versus St. Louis, and he's had 5-4, 5-4 in his last 4 versus St. Louis.
Shoes, I should put that in.
He does shoot more at home, and he is on the road, but I don't see that being a problem versus this team.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Nashville. Team total over 3, especially if Binnington's in net. And I don't mind the over either. Like, I don't think this is going to be a tight game.
Steven Stamkos has been shooting a lot too.
You got to think St. Louis is going to at least come out hard, right? Like you would think. I don't know.
Yeah, they got to turn their season around at some point. Stamkos is 5, 6, 7, 8. Stamkos has had 3 or more shots on goal versus St. Louis in 9 of the last 10 games, and he's plus 122.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6 of the last 8 overall too.
I don't mind over first period. It's not bad. St. Louis is a pretty good over first period team.
But he just said it too. Stammer shots on goal and goals. Stamkos has been getting a lot of third period goals. That might be something to look at. Like I always see his name popping up in the third period or empty netters or.
Just looking at period plays. Ooh, check that out. Nope. All right. That's good. I think those plays are good. Anaheim, LA now?
Yep.
It's pretty easy here.
Yeah, fucking LA favorite at home.
LA minus 142. Anybody bet in LA, like, fuck, come on.
That's exactly how I can hear Ian tomorrow. Like LA 140 fucking 2 at home. Fucking Anaheim all day. And he's gonna split it between Anaheim and Anaheim team total probably.
Oh, so am I. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Forsberg in net. What the fuck is this love affair with LA in the books or something here? Is it just because there's so many Kings fans that'll bet on their home team or something? Like, what the fuck is this? It's a trap. It's been a trap for how long now? LA's been overvalued every fucking game. What was that? What were they at Columbus? They minus 130 or something like that, or 40?
Yeah. Oh, you mean Seattle?
No, Seattle, but I mean Columbus before that they were minus 140 or something.
Oh, they were minus 151.
Yeah.
And then at Seattle they were minus 222.
What? I don't know how anybody's betting that. Like, it's a public play even, and it don't matter. Nothing matters here. Nothing matters. I mean, okay, I know that they should be pissed off that they lost. They shoulda. I'm not betting on shouldas with LA. Fuck that. That coach sucks. I don't know what else to say. There's not much to say about this game. Just be in awe of the fact that they're minus 142 at home. Does Anaheim have a game the next game? Next day?
No, they get a day off and then they go back home to play San Jose on Monday.
Anaheim beat them in November 5-4 in Anaheim. It was a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6-1 in their last 7 games. And they are minus 142 against the Ducks team that is what? Oh, they've kind of struggled lately too, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Seattle as well. But I don't care. I already bet it. I bet it at plus 125.
And the only injury for Anaheim, but he's supposed to return tomorrow, is Leo Carlson. He's not in the lineup, but he's still showing day to day.
Oh, if he's in, then you can't take Granlund. Granlund over shots was beautiful, but can't take Granlund if that's the case. That's I don't think there's much more you can take than just a straight Anaheim to win, because they're both coming off a break. They're both coming off of bad losses. You can't really take an over because you can't trust LA to get the goals.
The Kings have won each of their last 6 games against the Ducks following a loss. That's a good stat. I still don't know if that's going to keep me off Anaheim, but
I mean, you want to catch a falling knife, go ahead, I guess. I don't know why you'd want to talk yourself into a minus 142 LA game at home. You just fade the game totally if you think there's going to be some sort of different shit happen here, I suppose. Second period money line. What do you think? Like, anything you try to say about LA, you have to just simply think this is going to turn around today. That's it. Somehow you got to think.
Yeah, like there's no way I can take LA at home at minus 142. Like, I'd rather take the value on plus 120 on Dostal and hope that they can put it together and win. Like, and maybe LA doesn't put up a lot of shots though. So I was gonna say maybe you take Dostal saves, but you can't really.
Anaheim allows a lot of shots, but yeah, I don't even see that even really.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm if I were to take anything other than just straight money line, I would take Anaheim first period, just because I trust Quinville to have the team ready more than Hiller. And I think LA is just in a depressed, like that Dan Ohm leaving and wanting out of there, to me says a lot. That team is poorly led. Hiller should be fired. There's no fucking way I can touch him. No way. The only thing I would bet with LA is team total under 2.5. Except Anaheim's not very good defensively, so I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get to anything on this game, but we'll see. Right now, I don't really have a strong lean on. If anything, I'm taking Anaheim money line, but
I bet it already. I'm just going to keep rolling against LA until I have a reason not to.
yeah.
Just like we already mentioned, Granlund, if he's up there, but not really big on props here. Maybe Lacombe over shots, something like that.
Yeah, Bennett Seneca has been pretty good for a point, but I don't know if I see this a high scoring game. Like the total's
I don't
set at
think
six
so
and a
either.
half. I could see an under.
Yeah, the best I could get to out of this game with LA is a draw. That's the best I could see. LA pulling out of here. I would go with the under because I just don't trust LA to score. I don't know. I know Anaheim has been allowing a lot of goals lately, though, haven't they? Gave up 3 to Seattle, 8 to Dallas, 4. Yeah. Really, when it came down to it, Anaheim just needed a break. They had that brutal road trip and came back, got slaughtered by Dallas, barely beat Columbus, lost to Seattle. I think they just ran out of legs. Now they got a little bit of a break. And LA just sucks ass. There's no way. There's nothing else to talk about. LA sucks. If they win, but I'm not betting them. No way. All right. Edmonton, Calgary.
All right, Edmonton road favorite minus 130. Calgary at home dog plus 110. Edmonton 19, 13 and 6 on the season, 9, 10 and 3 on the road. Calgary 15, 18 and 4 on the season, 9, 5 and 2 at home. Head to head in the last 10, Edmonton's won 7 of the last 10. Most recently winning the game on December 23rd, 5-1 in Edmonton. And they did also play one more time previous to that this season on October 8th, where Calgary won 4-3 in a shootout in Edmonton. Edmonton on the last 10 are 7-2-1 in the last 10, 6-4 trending to the over. Like I said, they just recently beat Calgary 5-1 at home. Calgary, on the other hand, is 6-4 in their last 10, also 6-4 trending to the over. Most recently losing to Edmonton 1-5 and winning 2 before that, Vegas 6-3 and Seattle 4-2.
Yeah.
In net, we're looking at Pickard and Wolf.
Yeah, just give me the over. It's a Calgary. I mean, it's a Calgary spot. I don't trust Calgary. Was it Anderson said after last game, this isn't a rivalry anymore. They own us. You said that out loud in public with everybody to hear. Yeah, McDavid is on another level. The only thing that worries me about this game is that Edmonton, after a break, always suck.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I was on the over in that first game on the 23rd. It didn't get there. I definitely could see Calgary trying to put a couple more in net in this one and contribute. I would just be, I mean, you would think that Edmonton would continue to roll, but we've seen, we've seen times in this season where Edmonton scores 9 and we think they're going to keep rolling and then they put up a dud the next game. So it's very hard to rely on Edmonton. Maybe you look at Calgary's team total over 2.5. Um, Maybe they get there with that, with Pickard in that, because they only had one in that last game. I want to say it was a Uyghur goal, but
Yeah, Rich said, yeah, ouch for real. Yeah, for real. Go look it up. That's what Anderson said. I mean, I can't take Calgary. It sounds like a team that's given up. I mean, they probably come out with a better effort here. Like you said, I could see the team total over. And I could see Edmonton. If I'm going to take Calgary, take them first period. Edmonton off of a break always sucks. And yeah, they were feeling it. McDavid was feeling it. Still, remember, this team is not that. It's McDavid. This team is McDavid goes, they go. So it completely depends on them. Take McDavid over 1.5 points, probably. Just keep on taking that until he gives you a reason not to. That's probably your best bet in this game. McDavid over 1.5 points plus 100.
Charles, that's good to know. We'll see. His date of return is tomorrow, so we'll see if he plays tomorrow. But if he does, that might be a good look for like a shot prop or something. March Assault's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Hyman power play point. Yeah. Take Hopkins for an assist. Hyman for a goal. McDavid over 1.5 points. My only concern in this game with that is how many times I have seen a break happen and the Oilers come out soft. I'll go back to the second period over in this game. It hit last game. It hits all the time. Just second period over. It's probably my best bet in this game. Second period over.
The Nuge has been shooting more as of late. He's covered the over 1.5 shots versus Calgary in 10 of the last 12. He's also covered it in 5 straight games. Blake Coleman over 1.5 shots. He's covered that 4 in the last 5. He's also covered that in 7 of the last 10 versus Calgary or Edmonton. Yeah, just take Coleman and the Nudes for 2 shots and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, it is an instant revenge. It's probably can Calgary do anything right now? That's the thing. It's like
Flames are 6-1 at home recently. I like that, Po Buddy, but I would probably take their team total before I take their money line.
yeah, I would look at the team total too, but it's got to be. It's probably. What is the line on this actually? Yeah.
It's 6.5, and it's juiced to the under. I think just to the fact that the game just recently was a 6.5, and it trended. Oh no, it's juiced to the over plus
Just to
or
the over.
minus 120.
I'm still taking the
So
over. The fact that the last one went to 6, I don't care.
so if you take Calgary, you're probably gonna have to take a flat 3, and Edmonton's gonna be sitting at 3.5. Drysdale on a 4-game goal streak versus the Flames. I could see that.
Yeah, you can get Calgary at a 3 at a pretty good price, minus 110 or something like that. Edmonton is minus 105 for 3.5. Calgary goal first period might be a good look. They're probably going to come out hard, I would think. Goal first period. You might be able to get a decent price on that. Nope. Minus 170. Never mind.
Maybe you take Calgary over 2.5 and parlay it with Dallas over 2.5. You should be able to get even money with that. Dallas to get 3 and Calgary to get 3.
You could do the Pearlo special, take Calgary first period and Edmonton second period. Oddly enough, it's only minus 200 for Edmonton to get a goal second period. So that would be about plus 125. Both teams to score second period probably be a good play. But I still think this goes over. I can't play an under with Edmonton Oilers. Not the way they're, unless they just absolutely come out flat as fuck. And I am concerned about that. I am concerned about that. Coming in. Minus 125 seems pretty fishy too, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Calgary won this game. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't want to bet them. Not at that price. Yeah, it's over for sure. Absolutely, Grant. I already got him. And on over right away. I took it right away. I got it at a better price than minus 120. And over second period is my favorite play. And I took it 2 and 2.5. I noticed Avi said 2.5 is plus 150. The 2 is juiced to the minus, but I don't care. The worst you're going to get is a push, I imagine. The worst. And it doesn't really matter. Nobody has a game the next night either here. I doubt they would do that to these teams, would they?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nashville, Dallas, and Calgary all to get 3+ goals. That would be a good parlay. I mean, the biggest sweat's probably going to be Calgary, but
they have been kind of playing a lot of unders in series history, but no. Calgary's
it's just hard to with Pickard and that too, you know.
Yeah, it's an over or nothing there. It's an over. All right, let's look at the next game. And we got 2 more games, and then we pick this shit.
Yep.
Or clip. Colorado, Vegas. I already bet Colorado, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, minus better price than
minus 148. Oh my god, juices come in on fucking Colorado. Huge shit. What did I get it at? Minus 130 something?
Yeah, it was 139, I think.
But just how do you?
Yeah, Colorado on the road favorite minus 148. Vegas home dog plus 124. Colorado 27 2-7 on the season, 12 2-5 on the road. Vegas 17 8-10 on the season, 8 4-5 at home. Head to head, Colorado's won 6 of the last 10. Most recently, the one game that they played this year, uh, Avalanche won 4-2 in Vegas. Colorado is 8-1-1 in the last 10. They are on a 6-game winning streak, most recently beating Utah 1-0. Vegas 6-2-2 in their last 10, 5-5 and even 500 on the over unders. Most recently beating San Jose at home 7-2, previously losing 3 straight prior to that. I mean, it's hard, yeah, like you said, not to take
Avi
Colorado
said
here.
Eichel's back in.
Hmm?
Yeah, I took him anyways. But I'm sure their history will say whatever. I don't care. This is a Colorado team that's too much of a wagon. Eichel's first game back in a little bit. I don't have Eichel in. Do you?
Let me see. It shows him out, but his estimated date of return is tomorrow.
Oh shit! I thought he was out. That's why I bet Colorado.
Yeah, so and I think he would may have I had heard that he would maybe had been ready to start that last game, but they just decided to keep him out to give him some more rest.
Okay, I didn't know that. That fucks it up a little bit, but
I mean, I could still see them. I mean, who did they recently beat? Colorado. Are they coming off a
they
win?
just
Oh,
barely beat
Utah.
Utah. They just fucked around with Utah at home.
Yeah, that was a very low scoring game for sure. That team total I was talking about, Charles, it was what did I say? Dallas 3+, Calgary 3+. Oh, and Nashville 3+. So over 2.5, all three of those. I like those are the 3 team totals that I like.
Yeah,
I
Vegas
mean,
dog walked San Jose, but that was more about Askarov being ass, wasn't it?
mm-hmm. Yeah, he was horrible in that first
He was
period.
horrible in that game.
I'm glad I thought about taking his saves in that game, and then I remember I think I was on his saves the previous game, and that's what happened to him is like he got annihilated in that first period and they yanked him. So I ended up not taking it, but luckily I got that heart saves in that other game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eichel being in does kind of worry me a little bit.
I mean, at that point, it's more so the over. Colorado, I mean,
Yeah,
Vegas should be able to produce some offense. Is it going to be Wedgwood or Blackwood? Let's see. Blackwood. Blackwood versus Hart.
yeah, over does sound right. Um, I'd only play the over with these two teams.
All 3 sites are showing Blackwood and Hart. Because, I mean, Vegas, Eichel didn't play how many games? 2 or 3? 2, right? Or was it 3? I mean, even if it was 3, they still scored 3 goals in all 3 of those, 3 or more goals in all 3 of those games. And I don't see Colorado not putting up less than 3. So, I mean, I would have to
Both
lean to the
teams
over.
scored two, something like that. Both teams have scored two, and something on top of that.
Oh, he said he missed way more than the last 3 games.
It's different
But even so,
division.
like, they've had 3 or more goals in 9 of the last 10 games. So even if he's missed more than 3, I mean, they've had 3 or more goals in the last 10 games with or without him. I like the over. What is
Yeah, I
their?
like the over. I do like the over. Yeah.
They have trended to the under head to head, but
Yeah, for sure. Oh, head to head, they have. Yeah,
yeah, 3 and 7 to the under. But
lot of
it's more
draws.
so,
Lot of
yeah,
draws.
3. Mm-hmm.
But Vegas has been huge to the over, like you said. They have been scoring, but they also have been scored on.
Yeah,
Slaughtered by they allowed 6 to Calgary.
no goals, first 5, under 7. I mean, over 5.5. It'd be a sweat for the first 5, but last time
Colorado.
these two teams played, Nika scored in the first 41 seconds. Or Natchez.
Colorado could be in a flat spot. They were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wins in a row. Have a break. Yeah, I might have fucked up here. This might be a Vegas spot. Because Vegas just broke a losing streak. It was only 3-gamer, but Vegas just has Minnesota next.
Yeah. Well, I see Colorado dropping a game on the road more so at home because they haven't even lost a home game in regulation yet, right?
Yeah. Both teams have scored 2
Moving to
touchdowns.
the country, gonna meet me, Marty Natchez. I think that's what Grant's getting at.
Vegas beating the Sharks does not count. I do agree with that. In that spot, Ask Rock played an ass game. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. I still say Colorado's a way better team right now. Even if Eichel is coming back, it's just a question of whether Colorado's in the mode to winning. I mean,
Yeah,
let's put it
it's
this way.
hard to.
Anytime I've tried to bet against Colorado, hasn't ended well. It's just
Yeah,
it's also a big game too. It is Vegas. It's a team that they want to beat. Like, look what they did to Minnesota. And I know that's a division rival, but this is also a team that you might see in the playoffs. You might play in the playoffs. So maybe you want to make a statement here.
I like the draw.
Yeah, I like to
I could
draw.
see them.
Maybe that's how I
I
can
could see
save
them.
my Colorado bet. Put a little bit on the draw too. Because it is. This is where you take McKinnon over shots.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a back and forth game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what his history looks like versus them. I'm sure it looks like everybody else. Okay. Me likey. But he does shoot more at home. So, all right. So he's covered in 8 straight road games and 11 of the last 12 road games. Head to head, he has covered 6, 10 of the last 11. And his over 3.5 is minus 135. He did not cover in his last game, but that was
Did you say is 3.5?
yes.
Is
Not
what?
it went down. It went down because it's been 4.5. It's sitting at 3.5 minus 135.
Fucking rights. Just bet that. Forget the rest.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Let's see if we can find a better odds. That's probably gonna move to, if I had to guess, especially if Vegas gives them problems. Minus 135 on bet on ESPN bet. It's the best line right now. I need a deposit in Fanatics right now. They're giving me a free $250. Well, it's a 25% deposit match on on up to $250. So if I deposit 1,000, they'll give me 250. So I might do that and just put it on McKinnon shots.
No.
And see what it is on Fanatics, if it's even there yet. Fanatics usually doesn't put them out till the morning. I hate that they do that because what they do is they allow the opening lines to come out. So like right now, McKinnon's 135 on ESPN, supposedly. So if they don't put the line out until tomorrow morning, then they can let the line normalize and see where it ends up before they even put the line out. It's a way for them to cover their ass so they don't get beat on a bad opening line. Assholes. Yeah, McKinnon is 145 on Fanatics. They already have it, but it's probably due to the fact that they've been on a break. These are the breaks.
Volume. What does that mean? I'm dizzy.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Where did I see that?
I don't know what he was talking about.
Kale McCarr shoots at home, though. Yes, he does. What? Anna, Colorado's on the road, right? It's Vegas that's at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last game.
Yep.
Ah, yes. The save the best for last. Just give me the over. Over 5.5. But
Man,
give
am I
us a
going to
layaway.
do this? Man, do I want to do this? Hold on just a second. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. 70. All right. Wish me luck. All right, you guys will get it here first. I haven't even given it out to the Discord yet. But I just took my first, this might be my second. It is my second 3-unit bet of the season. But I just bet 3 units on McKinnon over 3.5 shots at minus 135.
Okay.
So if you're in here live and you want to tail that, good luck. but I'm about to drop it to the Discord.
I like that one. Well, okay, San Jose, Vancouver.
All right, San Jose, Vancouver. All right, San Jose is the road dog plus 124. Vancouver Canucks home favorite minus 148. Over under is set at 6.5. Juice to the under at minus 145. San Jose on the season is 17, 17 and 3, 7 and 10 on the road. Vancouver 15, 18 and 3 on this season, 4, 10 and 1 at home. Head to head, Vancouver owns this matchup, winning 8 of the last 10, but most recently Vancouver lost to San Jose November 28th, 3-2. San Jose coming into this game, they are 4-6 in the last 10, trending 5-4-1 to the over. They are on a 3-game losing streak, most recently losing to Vegas on the road 7-2. Vancouver 5-5 in the last 10, trending to the under at 2-7-1. They were on a 5-game road trip before the break, losing to Philly 2-5 in the last game, but were on a 4-game winning streak prior to that, which was, I think, the first game was after the trade, I believe, was New Jersey. So they had won 4 straight before losing that one. I mean, it's kind of hard. I know everybody's been taking San Jose, but they just last 3 games. I mean, the Seattle game was horrible. I understand the Dallas and the Vegas loss, but Vancouver, on the other hand, like they've been playing well. And is it going to be Demko? Probably going to be Demko and Askarov. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, Askarov, Demko. Askarov, Demko. Askarov, Demko. So yeah, it's probably going to be Askarov, Demko. How's Demko been playing since he came back? I think he's only got like 2 or 3 games under his belt.
Demko's been playing awesome since he came back.
So yeah, I mean, Vancouver minus 148. It's kind of hard to. I mean, Askarov's been getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's hard to.
Yeah, he's been getting just totally destroyed.
Like Vancouver's team total is probably going to be 3.5. Demko's 10-0 versus San Jose. I know it's a totally different San Jose team, but I don't see how you even take San Jose. I mean, plus 124, like I would think I need plus 140 or greater to even consider taking them in this spot. But
Canucks team total over 3.
This is probably another one of those team totals you could add to that parlay.
Over the 2.5, yeah. Minus 200, yeah.
I mean, they put up 2 against New Jersey, put up 3 against the Rangers, 4 against the Isles, 5 against Boston, and then only 2 against Philly. And that loss.
That was at the end of the road trip when they were half dead.
Yep. The only thing is like Vancouver's been so horrible at home, but they've just been horrible in general. And I think they've just had more home games where they've been horrible because they're 4-10-1 at home. But, San Jose's 7-10 and on the road. So they're both in their worst spots. As far as
Vancouver's got to be smacking their lips here because they have a chance here to
go on a good run.
Yeah, San Jose,
turn the ship.
Philadelphia, Seattle. Yeah,
it's almost like they're playing with that Like we didn't need Hughes, and let's show them that we can still win and
They got a
be a
great
good
coach
team.
there. And they got a great coach there. Adam Foote is a great coach. And that's basically the.
Yes, that's a good point, Rich. Celebrini's a Vancouver kid, so I could see Celebrini shots. Like I don't know if he's
Yeah, I could
gonna.
see.
Maybe he gets a point, but
Mhm.
definitely shots for sure.
San Jose going in, like they're a young team, right? It's going
Mm-hmm.
into the coming out of the break. How set are they going to be? I think this isn't over. I want to say over, but then you got, you're really looking at Vancouver over because Demko's playing out of his head. I don't see San Jose scoring on Demko the way he's playing. I really don't. He's been playing fucking awesome. Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Maybe San Jose, maybe Demko over saves. You think San Jose is going to be shooting everywhere after losing 7-2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and more so Celebrini shots. Like, what's
Yeah.
his shot total tomorrow?
I think you could look at Vancouver player shots too. San Jose gives up a lot of shots. Don't call me Steffi.
Oh, anytime goal. Steffi.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I think Vancouver wins this game. I've said right from the get go that San Jose will go into regression. They've been surprising teams, but any team that goes in die hard to beat San Jose probably will, even a Vancouver team that's not. It's not the greatest team in the world. Celebrini is good. I mean, they can play at a super. If you watch San Jose when they play really well, it's mostly because the other team doesn't like they get to pass it around a lot. The other team lets them pass it around a lot. If you play them tough in the middle and don't let them get inside past the puck, San Jose doesn't have much. San Jose doesn't have much, and I figured I figured they would regress, and I still think they're going to regress. Yeah, without Celebrini, the Sharks have 10 wins right now, and Smith. Yeah, it's just that the teams have come in. Uh, it's been a long time that you could go into San Jose. Nobody really did any book on them or anything like that. You just went in there. Most guys golfed. If you had a party, rookie party, you did it before. You can't, they're not terrible. They're much better than they have been. But Askarov has been saving their ass a lot. And I think he was tired. Maybe he has a great game after a break. Maybe he needed a break. Maybe he has a great game today. It's possible. But I still think Vancouver wins. I just don't necessarily want to bet them at minus 148 when they're 5-10-2 at home.
Yeah.
I could see a draw too. But
Yeah, I could. I have a feeling like this is gonna be one of those ones where like it's like a 3-1 game, Vancouver, and then 10 minutes left in the third period, and Celebrini's gonna go on one of those. Let me start buzzing around and see if we can win this game in the last 10 minutes. And they may make it a close 3-2 game. I could even see like get a late empty netter 4-2 Vancouver. Like, but I could also see it going into OT and somebody winning in OT. So
I got a good one for you. this is a smart coach, dude. Evander Kane on the top line, overshots tomorrow.
I saw he's on the top line. I was actually looking at the lines because I wanted to see where Kiefer Sherwood was because I was going to play his props if
You
he was in
could.
that Kane position, but he's down on the third
No,
line.
doesn't matter. He still gets it from down there. But
Yeah, he
see, you
does.
know why Evander Kane is on the top line? Because he's had a 3-day break. He's good for about 4 or 5 games now, and he's not a well-conditioned athlete, and then he sucks. So you have to put him down. But he'll get his shots tomorrow. I'll take him over shots. That up on that top line after a break, get some rest. Hopefully he did get some rest over the holidays. Um,
Sorry, I'm typing out this play to give it to the Discord before it gets too late.
I could also just see this being like, I don't think this is an under. I think it's an over. And if it's an over, I might even go to no, because the Demko is the only thing keeping me off the over here. That's why I like shots. I like shots. I don't think Vancouver's stopping anybody. What's their shot? What have they been allowing for shots as of late? $38 to Philly, 43 to Boston. That was on the road, mind you. It was only 15 to Buffalo, but Buffalo is in a dead spot. 20 to Detroit. Yeah. I just think San Jose is going to come out humming, I would have to imagine, after that.
Yeah. And celebrating being in his hometown too should give him some extra energy to want to try to do something. Not that it's
San
going to
Jose
help, but
could win this game. Demko over save seems to be my favorite play here.
yeah, I like that. I could see that for sure, especially if
Demko and
we go with the
Kane.
narrative of Vancouver winning, you know, and
Yeah, I just can't take San Jose to win with Demko playing as well as he is. I mean, he's probably going to regress a little bit eventually, but is this the game? I'm not sure. San Jose should be coming out hot here. It depends on what they did. Young team coming off a Christmas break. Probably faster recuperate than the older Vancouver team.
be
Yeah.
interested to see if that line moves for McKinnon. We'll see.
Yeah, look at that. Americans' goal choices. Hollebuck, Ottinger, Swayman, and Demko. And what's ours? Everybody hates Thompson, Bennington, and like you're almost getting it down to Skinner. What's the Canadian? I mean, not
Thanks,
ours.
Terry.
You're American. I'm American too now, but not officially yet. But it's hard for me because ever since I've come to the United States, I really love it here. So I'm like rooting for both, which is weird.
How long have you been here now?
A year now. Been in
A
Indiana
year.
for a year. I love Canada and I love the United States. I love them both. Better hope he's a big game goalie.
I was uh I was driving in town today and I drove by a titty bar here in town. It's called Raiders Reef. It's shaped like a big boat, but they have a big billboard out in front, and I thought it was hilarious. You know, usually like toy drives or toys for tots. This one said toys for tatas. I'm like, wow, what a ring 'em in there, man. Toys for
Home
tatas.
draft over 2.5 shots. I like that,
Where's
Avi.
it usually
Sounds
called?
good.
Tassels. Toys for tatas.
I'm a young American, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait till I get my citizenship. Man, I'm a Canadian and American. I get that all the time. What do you like better? I love. I mean, Canada. I was there for a lot longer, so I have more attachment to it. But
Mm-hmm.
if you were to like take away the attachment and just take two countries, I love them both equally. Like they're both really great.
I've lived in Arizona my whole life, and I could never see myself moving anywhere else. I live in I mean, my town's like over 1 million. You know, I'm just south of Phoenix, but like I go to Phoenix and I have anxiety because there's like more than one or two freeways, and fucking traffic is like LA. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. I'll deal with my surface streets, and you know,
Where are you in?
I'm in Tucson, which is like 2 hours
Tucson.
south of
You got a
Phoenix.
million
Yeah.
people there?
Mm-hmm.
That's about the
Yeah.
same
Home.
size of where I was. I have about a million people there. For
Yeah, Abby,
wave
it's nice. It's
250.
nice weather right now, but in summer it's like fucking 110 every day. It's hot.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. I know. I
But
have
like
friends
right
that say you
now,
got.
I think right now it's like 70,
That's
70 outside.
perfect. Love that. Love that. It's 50 some here. Okay, clip the shit. I know. Hymes body lube. It's the best. I already said it. Now it's. Oh no, sorry. Hymes body lube. I've never felt this way before. That's from Mr. Nylander. Thank you, sir. Awesome slogan that we're going to keep on going. And I know you guys are full of it now after Christmas and all that. Everybody's all stocked up on your Hymies. I didn't get too much. I not much love in the comment section. I know it's Christmas time, so I'm going to give you a break, but I miss that. I take time every day in between naps to comment back and forth with you guys. Tell me what your picks are. Also, if you have any special thing like anything that comes up that go, hey, check this out, new stats we're not aware of or anything like that, put that in the comment section. I'll write it down and make sure I tell you about it later. So I'm not really giving out any more gift baskets or anything like that because you guys are all full now. You got all your significant others have pearl necklaces and everybody, so everybody's good that way. So I had a listener who doesn't really talk here very much, but DM'd me and said that I always say that a pearl necklace for the ladies in your life or whatever, and he said, I'm a man and my partner is a man. I'm gay. Is that allowed? I was like, of course you. I just showed you my barber's got a pearl necklace going on. I gave it to him. This doesn't just have to be for the ladies, my friends. It's for whoever your significant other is, your partner is, for the love of God. Canadian customs. Oh my god! I'm gonna the Perlocopter direct delivery. I'm sorry. I don't. You got mailed to
Hey,
you?
that might be a good test for the new Perlo drone.
The
Perlo
new
drone
what?
drop. The Perlo drone drop. You know the little drone,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. The
Amazon drone.
Perlo drone, right? Yes. We'll drone it over to
And
you,
drop it
sir.
right in your backyard on a
Yeah.
fishing line. Perlo gave his barber a pearl
I
necklace.
did. Go check it out on my Twitter. I'll go find it. I had a picture of it and everything. You guys didn't see that?
I did see it.
Ah. I'll go back and I'll show you. You didn't see it either?
Hey, Poe buddy, it was closer to a choker too.
Yeah. My barber is freaking gold. His name is Logan, by the way. I remembered his name is Logan. Go check him out. He's freaking awesome. If you're ever in Indiana, there's no better. Look at the work he does. It's freaking fantastic.
uh,
All right.
Also, to remember, right around the corner, it's gonna be Valentine's Day, so you might as well start ordering now.
Right. What am I doing? I forgot. It's the finest pearl necklace day in the land. Valentine's Day is coming up, man. We'll have some fresh Valentine new products for you. All your lube essentials that you need for all of that for sure. It's the best time in the land. We'll get you maybe we'll get some lube and flower assortment going. Yes, that's what we'll do. Flowers and lube. Perfect combination for the significant other in your whatever it is that you're doing there. All right. Clip this shit, little Perlo dance. I haven't Perlo danced for a while. Although I was over Christmas, but I haven't did it on here for a while. All right, let's go back a couple hours.
3.5 to be exact.
3.5. I always say it's going to be shorter. It never is. All right. We're going back to the Rangers and Islanders. What do you got written up on this one, my friend?
So it was a complete pass for me in this, but I did have, if I was going to play anything, I would play the Rangers team total over 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I liked. I got a little bit on the Rangers here. I just like the cut of their jib. I like the mojo that they got going. I said I got brought up a bunch of analytics and stuff like that, and I just have a feeling. Also, they kind of own the Islanders too, so just took a little bit on the Rangers, maybe Rangers first period, but I agree. Oh, and the draw. I took a draw. I could see the draw in this game. So the price is not good though. It's like maybe you want to wait in game or for one team to score or something and then take the draw. It's probably not a bad idea. Next was Detroit, Carolina, right? What do you got next?
Yep. No, I numbered them in the order that you went, so I had it. Gibson saves, and I had no goal first 5 and under 7 parlay because of
I like
blind
that
6.5.
No goals first 5 under 7. I like that a lot. But I'm taking Detroit here too at plus 156. I think this is disrespectful. I know Carolina's up for a bounce back, but they were up for a bounce back last game, and they just don't look good right now without Jarvis and Slavin. And Detroit's been playing really well. I know they got to recreate that energy, but this is a team I think can recreate that energy. And I've been saying from the beginning that I was going to take Detroit in surprise spots. And I did against Washington, and I did against Dallas, and I'm going back to him here. Keep on going back to him right now. So I got a little bit on him. Don't like the fact that Bussy's in, but I like that under no goals first 5 under 7 a lot too. So let's go to the next game.
Tampa Bay, Florida.
Yes,
I think
Tampa
we're
Bay.
on the opposite sides here. I think you like Tampa Bay. I'm slightly leaning Florida. I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I do like the over 5.5 goals in this one. Um, and I also wrote down Marchand assist. So I think Buddy also. I had written down Bennett as well, and I think that was Buddy's lean. But yeah, I'm slightly leaning Florida here in the over 5.5. No
Let's
Headman,
move
right?
to a
No
6
Headman.
now, I
Let's
think.
move to a 6.
Good thing we got on it right away. I got the over 5.5 minus 135 too. It's my favorite play on here. But I do like Tampa Bay. I think I like Tampa Bay first period and Tampa Bay full game. Um, just on a hunch here, just I think that Florida's kind of coming in a little bit fat, and Tampa Bay's in a bit of a revenge spot. So not going to put huge on that, but I will put a little bit on both. And over 5.5 is my favorite play. So Tampa Bay over 3 probably wouldn't have been a bad idea too. But over is my favorite play. All right. Boston, Buffalo, right?
Yep. Zaka over 1.5 shots. Jack Quinn over 1.5 shots. Norris over 1.5 shots. I really don't lean a side or a total here. Buffalo's been playing well. I think at some point Boston's gonna win one. So I really don't want to take a shot on either one here. I don't think Buffalo was a playable line too. It was like minus 140 or something, I want to say. Um I just didn't like the odds at oh yeah, minus 140. So but yeah, just those 3 shot props. I like Pasta probably too, but um I really like Quinn and Norris.
Yeah, I like Buffalo. Just going to keep rolling with them. I'll take a little bit on the money line and a little bit on regulation, more on the money line. It's minus 142, but it's okay. I think Boston's in regression right now. I like Buffalo. I like the way Buffalo's rolling. So I'm going to take Buffalo here, maybe even team total over 3 if it's a decent price, something like that. I'll try. I think Swayman's been shaky, and until I see differently, I'm going to stick with the team that I've been rolling with. Even though I almost didn't roll with them last time, but I convinced myself to take them off after a while. In fact, I flat out said I wasn't going to take Buffalo, and the next day I changed my mind. Washington, New Jersey.
Washington, I think you skipped Minnesota, Winnipeg.
Minnesota, Winnipeg.
Minnesota money line. I'm not betting on Winnipeg no more until I see an improvement of back to back to back to back games.
Yeah.
And and to Hallebuck saves. That was the only 2 things I had that I was looking at in this game as of right now.
Tuck over shots for that last game too. That was a good one too. I do like that. Yeah, I took Minnesota right away. If Winnipeg proves me wrong, they prove me wrong. Just Minnesota money line. I don't mind Hollebuck over saves, but I can't take Winnipeg for nothing right now. I think I had other stuff, but that's the major bet right now. I took so Minnesota money line. And now it's Washington, New Jersey.
I got slightly into Washington here, money line. I like the odds with them here. I think they bounce back after having some bad games. Gritziuk over 1.5 shots. That's probably not going to be a playable line, so sprinkle it in a parlay if you like. Meyer over 2.5 shots. That was only minus 135. I really like that. I think most his line most of this season has been 2.5. But if you played his line last year, it usually sat at 3.5 for most of the year. So I could see him start to shoot more often. Jack only had that one shot in the game previous to the most recent one where he didn't have any. So I could see him start leaning into shots more, but he's probably gonna be slow at it or only shoot when he really needs to when they're struggling. So um and then Connor McMichael over 1.5 shots. He's been pretty solid as well. And that I think that was plus money or right around even money for Washington.
I got no goals first 5 under 6.5. A little bit on the draw. And I didn't trust either team. I don't think to win this. So those are my big bets on that. Boston, Buffalo. No, we did that already. Never mind.
We did that already.
Toronto, Ottawa.
So I like Ottawa in this spot. I think it was minus 115. They're slight favorite on the road. I just don't trust Toronto to put back-to-back wins together. I know they've done it a couple times this season. They've had a couple 3-game wins together, but I don't think they're generating enough offense, and they're just getting slight chances here and there. And then as far as on the Ottawa side props, I like to Chuck and Stutzla for a point parlay. I think that should be a pretty good one. I know it's Wall, so I'd look at Wall saves depending on what that number is going to be. I think if it's mid-20s, that might be a good bet to take. But yeah, that's all I have in this one.
Yeah, I like the Wall. I like Ottawa as well. I think I took team total over for Ottawa, and people have convinced me to take over for the game. Just on Saturday night, I just think I don't think it's going to be. I think I think I'm going to take a little bit on over for the game, but I do like Ottawa here. I just can't trust Toronto right now, just because they won against Pittsburgh. Ottawa had played really well against Buffalo. They've been playing better and better. Yeah, give me Ottawa. Kachuk over shots. If you got to ladder it, ladder it. That was the other one I liked there. Chicago, Dallas.
Chicago, Dallas. Dallas team total over 3.5. Dallas to score a power play goal. I don't know what those odds are. I know there's a couple books that I have. I want to say Bet Rivers, Desert Diamond, maybe what's the other one? Oh, a Belly Bet. Those may have it. I'm gonna look at that. They also have a prop where it's over 1.5 power play total like goals in the game. Might be able to look at that too, but also Chicago under a half a goal first period. I mean, for instance, that game against Philly, like everybody thought Chicago was going to come out and it was a must-win situation. I don't know if a lot of people took them first period, but I could see a lot of people taking them first period, and they still didn't score. So I know, and they were playing against Arison. It wasn't even Vladar. So, and now you're playing against Dallas, which is a way better defense than Philly. So, I like the no goal first period.
I'm taking Dallas puck line. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take Dallas puck line first, second, and third period. Chicago to not score a goal first, second, and third period. And I kind of like the exact score 1-0 first period because I kind of lean the under on that one. But I think I'm going to play those two and see how it works out. I especially like the second period puck line for Dallas. I'll probably put a little more on that than anything. But those are the two. Those are what I like. Nashville, St. Louis.
Giving Nashville money line. I know this is a St. Louis spot, but it's kind of like I mean, I know they're probably coming on fat too because they beat Colorado, but I just what were the odds on St. Louis? I don't know if there was enough. I mean, minus 111. They're not even plus money. Nashville's the dog at even money. Hard for me to put money on St. Louis. I know it's probably a St. Louis spot, but if it's a trap, they better bring a big fucking net. Nashville money line and Nashville team total over 3. And I also like Forsberg 4+ shots on goal. I don't remember exactly what the trend was, but he's had a lot of 4+ shots on goal versus St. Louis. You also got St. Louis that's struggling with those injuries with Kyrou and Holloway. Give me Nashville.
I like Bunting over 1.5 too, and everything you said. Yes, no goals first 10. I also like the under 6.5 in that Dallas game. So like no goals first 5 and under 6.5. I forgot about that. But I like everything you said. But I like Bunting over and what's his name? Evangelista over 2.5.
Oh, yeah.
Plus money. That was the other one.
Marchessault might be a good look for some props too if he plays. It's his birthday.
Birthday boy, yeah. Anaheim, LA.
I don't know if this is more so a play on Anaheim or more so a fade of LA at home, but Anaheim money line and the draw are the two things I got listed for this game.
Yeah, I got Anaheim. I'm not taking LA to do shit. So I think that was just the way I put it too. I'm not going to high volume that. I'm just going to take Anaheim and fade LA. Keep on fading LA. Took them against Seattle. I'm going to take them here. I could see a draw. They have played to some draws, but I think Anaheim wins no matter what. Edmonton, Calgary.
And Terry Ray's making more so for my Philip Forsberg prop too. He's at a goal in the last 5 or 5 of the last 6 versus St. Louis. So take him for a goal too.
Sure.
Calgary 3+ team total over 3. I think I like McDavid 2+ points and Draisaitl for a goal and Blake Coleman over 1.5 shots. I want to say I didn't look up this stat. Be probably more so for me to look at tomorrow, but I want to say Kadri plays pretty good against Edmonton. So that's just me. I don't know what those numbers are, but something's telling me he has a pretty good record against Edmonton.
I just like the over in the game. And I mean, I could see Calgary team total over, yeah, sure. And McDavid over 1.5 points, but I like the over in the over second period over. Second period over will be my biggest play on there. Colorado, Vegas.
I only have one play, and you guys actually heard it and saw me bet it live. I got 3 units on Nate McKinnon over 3.5 shots on goal. Got that at ESPN bet. Well, it's now the score bet minus 135. I like Colorado here. I could see them winning. I know Eichel's back. It's minus 142. I don't know if I'll bet them at that price. That they're probably gonna win, but I really like McKinnon over 3.5 shots.
Yeah, I got Colorado at better price, and then then I found out Eichel's in, and then I was like, nah, but I'll still like it. I'm still gonna take it, and I like over for the game. I think this goes over. I don't think this is going to be a slow as you go type game here. So I like over for the game. Colorado money line. Probably should take Colorado team total over if I like that too, and I may. But I do like that McKinnon over shots more than anything in this game, probably. And the more I think about it, I still think Colorado is going to shoot a lot. I don't mind Hart over saves if it's at a reasonable number. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'll see what the number is. All right, San Jose, Vancouver to finish off the card.
Vancouver team total over 3. Um, that's all I have written down right here. I'm gonna look at some props. I kind of like that look you gave with the Vander Kane. I'll be looking at maybe Kiefer Sherwood props. I know he's playing down on the third line, but maybe do a little same game parlay. Demko, he's been playing pretty good. He has pretty good history versus San Jose. Maybe Celebrini shots, given that he's back in Vancouver. That's it.
I like Kane over shots for sure. Demko over saves. I think Vancouver's going to win, but I'm not sure I'm going to bet it yet. And I like over for the game, which is weird because I like Demko over saves. So it just feels like it feels like San Jose comes out here hard. I mean, when after San Jose takes a loss like that, they're not going to come in. They're just not in a position to say, okay, let's shut down this team and play defensively. And their coach knows it. They don't have the team for that yet. So they're just going to come out hard. I kind of like over first period. I like overs with San Jose in general.
I'm laughing at Grant's message there.
Can you guys go through the games
one more time?
So you can go through the games one more time when you watch this whole program all over again, which I know you will. Fill it in between naps, all of that. This was or you can just watch the short. Tell them where we can find you, Exotic.
Yeah, you can find me over on X, Instagram at Exotic Wagers. Also have a Discord for the Legacy Sports. That link is in both of my bios. It is a free Discord. You can get all of my official plays that I put out there. And yeah.
Yeah, and you can get me. Oh, we just did a puck in deep. Go check it out. Got a new one coming with Lyle Richardson. Man, it is good stuff. I'll tell you. Lyle Richardson's a great writer, great man, great hockey mind. Get in deep about hockey topics. Not a betting show, just a regular hockey show. And so go check that out. Of course, you can get me at Pearlo's NHL POW. And you can see both of us tomorrow night for less time, I would imagine, than tonight, because it's going to be a smaller card. But we'll be on tomorrow night. That's my full 42. But all I got is 42. But the full 42 I got, I give to you, my friends. Have a great day and talk to you tomorrow. Okay.